Dragon Ball Scorcher.
So, I didn't really get any new skins other than this Nightmare one, which I think I got for beating it on Nightmare. And I don't have any skins other than default for this. So I don't even, like, not for this either. So I don't really know why those exist.
I think it's for, if you bought the deluxe premium, yeah, the upgrade.
Oh. Alright. Well, what's up, Lewis? Please like this stream. How you doing? Look at that. Campaign completed. Nightmare.
My campaign is completed!
I'm completing! I completed! Alright, I gotta get the...
I completed all over!
I gotta get the stream up here. I don't even have this stream up. Lewis, how you doing, man? What's up, Sanic? Please like the stream. How you doing, dude? Get all messages
I like
here.
His, name.
Let's see. Let's do the goal. We'll have... What should the YouTube goal be?
The YouTube goal is the cheapest bullet and the cheapest gun. After the stream, you're gonna just fucking embrace death. Alright,
we're gonna start here. Difficulty modifiers. We are... Well, wait, which one is it? Hold on. I might have to do a brand new spot.
Oh,
brand new whatever. Pandemonium. He wants this one. Ultra Nightmare. This is the same challenge as Nightmare difficulty, which we did beat the game on. But if you ever die, your campaign run is lost. This is not recommended for first-time players. Life sigils only heal you. This is so fun. Alright, yeah, let me play the game, dude. Start game. Here we go. Here we go.
Increase the parry window.
I'm just hitting the I'm just hitting the hardest difficulty, and that's that. You're in bed. Well, this will not be a stream you're gonna fall asleep to, Lewis.
No.
You're gonna feel my pain, dude. We're gonna be suffering this playthrough for sure.
I hope you bring out the similar crash out like in that FEV short. It was pretty fucking funny.
I do want to watch these cutscenes, but just because I think they're fun and they're cool. But obviously, if I die and we just watched one, I'll skip it.
Sure, I think it's
Hi Ian, please like the stream. How you doing, dude?
What's up, Ian?
Because this stream's gonna be so peaceful. Dude, that's so brutal. This is probably what it's like to get mauled by like a fucking grizzly bear, dude.
Oh, it's worse. It's actually worse.
I would hope a grizzly bear would just like crush my skull with its paw or something.
Worse. They're not that merciful. They're just gonna rip your fucking jaw and then kill you off slowly.
Why? I noticed your name, Sanic. Don't you worry. They go for the butt first.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't.
Friend.
Jackals and hyenas did that. That's not a fun fact I ever expected to learn.
Vultures also do that. They eat through the asshole first.
Why?
I mean, they're bold for a reason. They're bold for a reason, Chase.
Thera. How much time? If anyone does donate during this stream, though, I'm gonna put it towards the Gears of War fund. I'm so excited for that game, dude.
Oh, you're not gonna put it towards the cheapest bullet and cheapest gun.
You know what, man? Probably, actually. What's up, 1987? Please like the stream. How you doing, dude? This gonna be fun. You guys are gonna be seeing the beginning of this game a lot. So, I still can't get over how this is just crew from Jack 2, but with golden nips.
Yeah.
I hate his little gold nipples, dude. It's terrible. And I also don't like how she talks into a stick shift.
Nah, it's where it's a Beyblade handle.
Anyone who donates the money is gonna go to our date we have, Chase, on the 28th. You haven't played the game yet? You would like it. 1987. Especially if you wait till a sale, you'll definitely feel like you got your money's worth.
Oh, that looks so fucking sick.
Yeah, he's got red eyes because we beat the game on Nightmare, so and we got the gold gun skin. We're currently using the Nightmare skin because we beat the game on Nightmare. This is about to be PP baby mode. Imagine you never die. Dude, I wish. I wish I was that badass at video games.
I mean, you could artificially increase your damage.
That's true. Like I said, I did not actually alter any of the gameplay modifiers, so we're playing on Ultra Nightmare Permadeath just, I guess, as intended.
Chase, you should have just turned down the parry window so that it's actually ball portrait.
Rather be shot in the face. What's up, Skamos? Please like the stream. How you doing, dude? Yeah, I knew you were a major Doom fan, 1987. So if you die, it's over? Yeah, if you die, you go back to the first cutscene. It's pretty awful. I haven't played this in a minute, so I just clicked triangle to jump, so this ain't fucking good.
Great.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be good, guys.
Probably start practicing while you're in a...
Oh no, guys. I forgot. I don't have the upgrade where my combat shotgun blows up the enemies. I've lost everything. Like in real life, yeah. Right back to getting spanked on the bottom by a doctor. I'm only here for entertainment purposes. Only the pleasure of watching someone going to be tortured from this game. What it has done to me, you don't want to know. Well, Sanic, I am playing this for you, so you're welcome, I guess.
You remember the secrets, Chase?
No. I mean, I platinumed this game. I'm not worried about finding secrets. We know
What
Chase
about
has a
the
skill issue.
challenges,
Well,
know?
thanks, man. I appreciate that. Oh, fuck. See, this is gonna go fucking terrible.
Damn.
Wait, do I not
All
have
your
the shield
armor's
throw
gone.
yet?
No.
What? When do you get the shield throw? Or that's when I have the chainsaw? Is that what it is?
Yes, the shield blade.
Okay. This is fun. I'm having fun. I need some more ammo. This is so... Oh, fuck. Dude, we gonna lose already? I forgot I can run. I thought I was running that whole time. I genuinely thought I was running. I was like, this is kind of slow compared to what I'm used to. This ain't gonna be good, guys. This ain't gonna be good. I forgot I don't have the chainsaw yet.
Chase, stop forgetting.
Right back to your first prostate exam? I have not had one of those yet, thank God. Isn't your first one at like 45 or something?
Around like 41.
Okay. Forgot my guy jumps like a dumbass, so... Oh lord, get this shit off my screen, dude. Can't fucking pay attention because I got a text box every 2 fucking seconds. Yeah, oh my gosh, get that off my screen, dude.
I can't wait for the invisible imp. Just gonna
I bet
rape
gay
your
people
ass.
like them. You know what, Ian? Probably. Probably. Alright, this is pretty calm in the beginning. For being Ultra Nightmare Permadeath, pretty calm. This is what I need. I need it to be calm. You know, because they're gay. 50% health, first fight, runs going well. Thank you, 1987. See, that's the kind of inspiration I need.
Feel inspired.
So long as the people in chat appreciate the fact that, you know, some people, well, Sanic donated to see me do this, and, you know, I try to be faithful to you guys and not greedy about stuff, so I would never play a game on its hardest difficulty permadeath ever. Because you're at the tutorial area, not the full game yet. Hopes you get used to it. Well, that's what I need, dude. I need to get back used to this. Being cautious and bloodthirsty. Dude, I learned that when I beat this on Nightmare. I mean, Nightmare is the hardest difficulty in this game. Ultra Nightmare is just... It literally says it's the same difficulty as Nightmare, but permadeath. So, I mean, I did beat this on the hardest difficulty.
Somehow. She's good.
Thank you, Marcus.
Welcome. Anytime for the support.
Oh, am I supposed to punch them? I forgot that I could punch things. I, like, actually forgot that. Can this shit get off my screen? Oh, hi.
Welcome.
Okay, I did it. Bring the noise, bitch. Bonk. Hi. We found a secret area.
Yay.
Life sigils don't do anything.
What? It says they heal you.
Just like prom night. Being Ultra Nightmare is a mastery of Nightmare. Well, I was not a master of Nightmare by the end of Nightmare, so. Imagine if I just fell in there and died. I got him.
I laughed so hard I would shit myself.
It's not funny, dude.
No.
That would not be funny.
It'd be so fucking funny, okay?
It wouldn't be funny, Marcus. No tee-hees. No ha-has. That's not who I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit this fucking guy. Alright, now we're... I feel like when they spawned a few people, I, like, immediately started to, like, move a little faster. You bitch. And have a little more fun. Which is cool. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, bang, bang, boom, boom, bada, bada, bing, bang.
I really forgot the team tank.
Did I?
Yeah.
My bad. Alright, we did it! See, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad.
There's a key in the nearby church.
That wasn't that bad, guys. Everyone in chat, please like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. We're doing better than I thought we would. The less you're able to move, the more danger you're in. Yes, correct. That as well. Hey.
Isn't that what the skull thing does? You up?
What's that?
Isn't the skull spitter weapon feed you up?
There's one that slows you fucking down, which is terrible.
That's some rabbit here.
I feel like Ultra Nightmare should give you like a little damage boost or something.
No.
Done. Like dinner, OnlyFans wouldn't be able to handle that kind of content. If Chase beats this, he's gonna dunk his Tootsies in a chocolate snack pack live. Now don't get too confident that you lose your caution. Bro, I already know we are resetting multiple times this stream. I already know it, dude. And I guarantee you, when I lose, I'm gonna be like, that's fucking bullshit. I already know it. Come on! Just fucking... Oh, I have to do this. Do the thing. Thank you. I didn't realize that's what I was doing right there.
Damn it, Chase.
Half the time they put the tutorial shit on my screen. I have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at. Alright, that like insta-killed him. I feel like that does not happen normally. Uh-oh. Aw, did he shoot it? What happened? Yeah, game, I know. Thank you. Okay, are these things weaker, or was I just that fucking shit the first time I played this game?
I think it's the second thing.
I feel like I was dying to this stuff. Is that not all of them? I thought normally it's like or something when you kill them.
He's at ground zero. He located.
You know that you can turn off tutorials, right? Yeah, but you know there's gonna be something I forget. Like the dragon part or some shit. That's where we're gonna die. It's playing the fucking dragon. Something stupid.
Just forget all
Hog
the...
Rider. I'm invested in the snack pack stream now. It is funny though, because like the way that I typically play challenge runs and like hard difficulties in games, like I really do feel like if I committed myself to be like, no, I'm gonna learn how to like beat a game permadeath, and from that experience like learn how to beat another game permadeath. Like I feel like I have the personality to be that kind of gamer, but it does look like Oblivion Gate. Now you are at the real battle, alright? I don't think I ever really used the downward, like, you know, like the down thing. What am I trying to say?
Please come pick me up, I'm scared. Perfect, bad meant good.
Win. Alright, we did it. That wasn't too bad. What's up, European Wasteland? Please like the stream.
Please like
How
it.
you doing, dude? Anyone in chat who has not liked the stream yet, please do. We're playing on Permadeath, on Ultra Nightmare. Please be kind to me. I bit the wrong button and dropped my phone. You bit the wrong button? What the fuck? It may be 3 a.m., but I refuse to abide by European time. Welcome, Wasteland. Welcome. What a dummy, dude. Ow. Maybe he's not a dummy. Need ammo? Nice. Bro gnawing on his cellular device. For real though. Dude, there were some secrets even in this place, wasn't there?
Yeah. Couple secrets.
This is where they spawn a bunch of them, I remember. Pretty easy. Life Sigil healed me. It looks like the Life Sigil counts as like a full heal, which is pretty cool. Teething. Sucking the 5G radiation right out of the source. Gonna turn into Megamind. Alright, what's this supposed to be?
Ah, it's the machine gun.
Oh. I hate this thing.
What do you mean? You hate it?
I mean, I fucking hate it, Marcus.
You don't like giving
Oh,
your enemies
I already died.
piercings?
I literally got the fucking boot and I died. Well, time to play it again, everybody. Well, damn, they just mercilessly kicked me out to the main menu. Didn't even... Oh, fuck off, game.
Yeah.
Alright, tutorials are off now. How do I play? Fuck, no snack pack stream. It's funny because Sanic donated for me to play this difficulty,
Impact confirmed.
but then actively just like shits on me while I play it. So it's like, I mean, don't make me feel like I shouldn't be playing it, dude.
Sanic is trying to take my job for just being a hater.
Yeah, don't make it not fun. Not even a goodbye. Just a fuck you to the main screen, exactly. Maybe it's his kink. Probably, dude. Get to the village! Alright, so turning off the tutorial should definitely help. 1987 was correct. Do 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 do.
When did DLCs come out? Are you gonna play them?
The DLCs for this game?
Yeah.
This is definitely a game that if chat is enjoying watching me play it and they want to see me play the DLC, I would probably be like, alright guys, like, donate if you want to see the DLC, because I don't know if I would buy it just for my own personal satisfaction. I'm just trying to get you better at video games. Sanic, I don't need to be better at video games, man. Don't be a Hugo. I already had an issue with a guy who came to the channel, he donated a lot, and out of nowhere he tried to like fucking like take over the channel. He's like, this is the game you're gonna play, which is kind of funny because that's what you did. You donated and said you're gonna play this game this way. And then, but he turned into something else though, man. It was kind of wild. I don't even know how to describe it really. Sanic is not like Hugo, but You know, you never know what someone's potential is. I have an idea on who should replace mods, exactly. See, sometimes getting hit like that almost kind of feels like not my fault. You know, I know there's all the tryhards out there who are like, no, it's not your fucking fault, it's not your fault! And it's just like, alright, well, to me, like, I feel like sometimes you can get cheap shot by stuff. And then it's like, what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean?
You gotta jump over it like a jump rope.
No, it's a skill issue! It's a skill issue!
The main gate is under lockdown.
Thank God they
In the
stopped.
nearby church.
Thank God. Don't worry, I'm not like that. No worries, Sanic, no worries. Dude, I like this game, though. That's the thing. If Sanic would have donated money and was like, now I really want you to play this game on Permadeath, and I had no interest, I wouldn't have done it. But I do like this game. I do have fun with this game. I mean, we're getting a little better already. Getting a little better, I feel like. We're cruising. This is what I gotta do when I'm in the city and just going through crowds of tourists. Ice is doing exactly what Chase is doing in LA right now. Dude, he did pick people that were rarely around. I missed a toy already. So I'm not going to be looking for extra things very much in this run, because I did already platinum this game.
You should still do challenges as it gives you gold.
Right. No, I completely agree that, like, I need to still find certain stuff.
Ow.
We did it,
Fuck
boys. I swear to God, I touched this. Has anyone seen the new Call of Duty trailer? So I saw they announced Black Ops 7, but I have not watched the trailer, no.
I think it just needs to stop.
Alright, we got the key again.
Enough.
You guys know that if I do manage at all to complete multiple chapters in this game, that we're gonna get to chapter 6 Siege and it's just fucking over, right?
Yeah.
I swear to God I touched this. Some Catholic priest probably. You'd say I swear to God I didn't touch this. Everyone in chat, please like this stream. Here we go.
Oh, it's the same Oblivion gate.
Here we go. Oh, you shot your own guy, dummy. Ow.
Ow. You bit your fucking dick off.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, you're at 5. Thank goodness.
No, we're not.
Plot armor.
Oh, I thought I died. I was like, no fucking way. I thought I died. I was about to go fucking ape shit there for a second.
Are there challenges in this chapter?
I don't know. Not worried about it, to be perfectly honest with you.
2 more shots. 6 more shots. Good block. Come on.
That was close, wasn't it? I only got 3 bullets left. I only got 3 bullets left.
Damn it. 3 bullets.
Damn it, Bobby. I was hoping to find like a little guy to punch.
You killed all of the little guys.
Thought sometimes they respawned stuff. Progress. Thank you. The priest doesn't touch me. I touch him. Dear God. That's right, 1987. That's what Marcus was saying. It looks like a gate to oblivion. I don't want to jump across that yet till I get some ammo.
Ammo.
Did anybody see some ammo around here?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I am out of ammo, everybody.
Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, crazy Lord.
Are you fucking serious, dude? There we go.
Just takes 1 hit. Or 2. You're so fucking good.
Oh my fucking goodness. I'm so good. Oh my fucking goodness. That only gave me 4 shells. By punching that guy.
Fucking shit. Just 4.
I forgot I have another
you
gun.
Start punching in
Wait,
this,
do I?
Trap.
What? I didn't get the other gun? Did I walk past it?
Oh, fuck.
We gotta go
We'll be
back.
in the game with the shotgun only now.
We gotta go back. Hold on. Can we go back?
What if it despawned?
I don't think I picked up one of the guns. Oh, look at all this.
You can't go back.
What the fuck is this thing doing that? There we go. Damn! Well, I just don't have one of the guns now. What'd you say?
I was gonna say like restart checkpoint.
No. Shotgun only is fine because that's your favorite, right? Dude, the combat shotgun is my favorite. I think I have a theory, Doom and Oblivion connected. Correct. Punch a zombie. Wait, is this the gun right here? Am I just dumb? Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
I'm just dumb, everybody. Well, I got pause. Hold on. I was taking a drink and I didn't know if they were going to spawn something on me. And they sure were.
What's that?
This is where I died last time.
Oh. Unlimited piercings.
Alright, so that wasn't that bad. What is up, Devin? Please like the stream. Why is this marked like this? Oh, is this where I died last time? Is that what it is? I died to a soldier. I did. That's where I died last time. I'm happy for you, Devin. What's the interview for? What job? What is the job?
Oh, secret.
As I was saying, usually when I punch somebody, I just get arrested for assault. Well, you know, checks out.
Jump down that secret.
It's just a toy, Marcus. I've already got them all.
Well, there's, like,
Wendy's?
ammo
Nice,
and
man.
loot.
Dude, I fucking love Wendy's, I'm not gonna lie.
Chase fucking loves all the fast food because that's his, like,
It's my fucking
line.
jam, dude.
Yeah. Chase does not have any self-respect for himself.
Fast food's my fucking jam, I love it.
If Chase orders a KFC and there's like a fried up rat, he will still eat it and just say nutritious.
Well, I mean, just fucking salt the fucker, at least. You know? A lot of salt goes a long way, man. It really does.
South Bay. Incoming.
I mean, if anyone in chat wants to donate to my cholesterol and get me some fast food money, that'd be fucking sweet.
At the
I ain't
next
got a
20
job
years,
yet
when
either.
Chase goes to a doctor appointment,
Dude, you're getting... Hold
doctor tells him
on. Devin's getting a job at 15 years old. Devin, seriously, man? Good for you. I did not get a job that young, and that takes some guts. Not guts because it's too difficult for a 15-year-old or because you should be afraid. It's just young people typically are afraid to go get jobs. So, good for you, man. Seriously. Proud of you, man. For real.
Isn't the youngest you can get a job at the age of 16?
No, you can actually work pretty young, especially in a, because there's child labor laws, right? But, and I think it depends on your state, but at least in Michigan, you can actually get a job pretty damn young if it's a, family-run business, too. So, like, if your direct family owns the business, you can actually be employed and earn a paycheck, which is interesting. Dude, I understand that, Devin. Money's fucking tight everywhere. We have to move! Oh, look at that big bitch! Oh, he got the dragon! Oh, fuck. Alright, already got hit. Boom! Oh, fuck. I got myself in a bit of a pickle!
A pickle Rick!
A pickle Rick!
I'm pickling! My pickle
I'm
is
Ricking!
going everywhere!
You wanna fucking Rick each other? Oh,
that was clean.
Oh, that was smooth. Am I supposed to be doing something right now?
Kill everyone and then reach to the turret.
There's one of those. Yeah, these guys. Another one too. What's up, Wyatt? Please like the stream. How you doing, dude? Oh, there's another one over there.
Damn.
The fuck?
I think they increased the amount of enemies.
Why?
Ultra Nightmare.
Can they not and say they did? Alright, there we go. We did it. I just see penis enlargement pills for reasons unknown to me. Little girl screaming is my war cry. Same here. I got a job at 14 at a family business. Yeah, Sanik's a chef, guys. I don't know if you knew that. He's a chef! He's a head chef, sorry. Head chef, I should say. You think Doomguy takes
Remy
peps?
controlling his every action?
No. Doomguy is too cool.
We need backup! Someone get on that turret!
Gotta get on that turret. Somebody.
They're making a final push.
Pardon me.
Excuse me.
Until the dragon gets knocked the fuck out, you should probably focus on the Titan. Oh, he knocked the fuck out.
Boom! I think I'm supposed to focus on these guys. What are you talking about? Ow. Ow. That hit him? Oh my god.
Keep shooting at him!
I don't know if there's more little guys or not.
You can shoot endlessly without any cooldown.
In the face! Money shot!
Fuck yeah.
Right in the cock and balls, dude. These turret sections are cool, agreed.
Well, can't wait for him to come back in a...
You're from New England? I didn't know that. Skamos. So did we beat a mission? Did we beat a chapter?
Yeah, we beat the chapter.
Look at that! Look at that!
I would shit myself if he would have looked at me like that.
Look at that, Sanic. I completed a chapter on Ultra Nightmare Permadeath.
And you agreed.
Just for you.
Of us. They want assurances, and so did I.
Hell yeah, progression! Gotta pin that. Boom!
The beast is tearing through our ranks once again.
I did think this guy looked pretty creepy.
Continue to be
Unsettling at the very least. Time to Die Immediately in Chapter 2. 1987. Don't say that.
this witch who is forced onto
Now we lose said progression instantly. You guys are assholes.
I think the only scenes you would lose everything is the Siege Part 1.
Dude, that part's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Azriak, the demon boss, and the fucking
Dude, Golden Nips, he's the run killer every time.
oh yeah, Golden Nips.
Dude, 24 karat Nips is never, like, I don't, like, it takes too long to get to him. Like, I'll never be used to the fight, you know what I mean? So by the time I reach him every time, I just lose.
I will be informing the High Council of your progress.
I did it. I got a good job from Sanic. And honestly, I wish you the best on this. Unrun. What's... Oh, Ultra Nightmare. I was like, what's un mean?
Avoid the Slayer. We should focus on breaking the humans
First.
then resume our search.
I can't believe you also tried asking me, Marcus, like what monetary value I could put on chugging that hot sauce. There's no,
chug it.
it's not even worth it. Like if somebody was like, Chase, I'll give you $1 million to drink that. It's like,
I said consume it, not like chug it down straight from the bottle.
you said take a shot. You understand
Yeah,
how a
shot
shot
amount.
works, right? Like that you're meant to swallow it all in one go. That's what a shot is. You don't sip on it and then wait till tomorrow when your tummy feels better.
The demons have been targeting the Sentinels
Terminal's energy relay. It powers their
Ew.
transport.
Right, Marcus said take a shot in the previous post, and then when I made the post about it, Sanic then said on that new one, you should drink it. But even if someone was like, oh, I'll give you $1 million, legit, it's like, you still couldn't even accept it. Like, what would you do? Like, you can't just drink that. You'd
Just
like
mix it
legit
in.
fucking
Oh,
die.
shit.
No, that's not how that works.
Marinate some meat with it.
Dude, what a fucking nightmare that would be. Can you imagine actually marinating meat with that and then serving it to someone without telling them? What a fucking nightmare. Sanic says he would drink it for $200. That is wild, dude.
That's too low, Sanic.
That would not be worth it. What's up, mateys? Please like the stream. How you doing, man? You have to check out the Patreon, mateys.
It's remarkable how he can survive.
It's the red one.
Yes.
Gotta survive the pit. I feel like for $200 tops, I would like.
But his resistance to the teller's influence is.
I would like drink a teaspoon, not even a tablespoon, a teaspoon of it. And even then, like, I would be fucking hating my life. Like, why the fuck did I do that? Take your fucking blood money and get out of here. What about $0 for the hell of it? I'd rather be dead.
Epic entrance.
Can you imagine though, like, Doom Guy's gotta feel something, like, at some point he's gotta be like, you know, can I not, every time you want me to be somewhere, hit the fucking ground at terminal velocity? Like, can't I just, like, fucking fly down there or some shit?
He's too angry to give a shit, that's the thing.
Heck, I'll pay $1 to drink it. That's the point. Nobody would drink it for $1. Alright, so now I can throw it, right?
Hell yeah!
Dude, that's so fucking cool. That's fucking crazy. You ate a ghost pepper? How'd that go? Oh, fuck.
Clean combo.
Thanks. Way to go, kid. So one thing we have to remember, I don't think they're in Chapter 2, but when I get to the cyber demons, the tactic is to get up on them. That's what I didn't know for the longest time.
On top of
pretty
them or
meh.
close to them?
I think it's just supposed to be spicy, not so much, Okay, I thought they didn't look like it was, like, ready to break yet, did it? It was like a visual glitch. Yeah, but still, it was like a visual glitch.
Oh, don't forget to check the challenges.
Marcus, I don't give a fuck about the challenges. Why would I care about the challenges?
The gold! Upgrade
No.
your damn weapons!
No. Upgrading weapons, bad.
Alright.
There we go.
I'm gonna grab myself pizza and torture you, bitch.
Bro, that sounds so good. Ow. I keep forgetting, too, that you can slow down time by holding... Oh, fuck. Walked right into that. By holding down the aim button. Keep forgetting about that. Secret box. We are still low health. We are one away from not low health. But yeah, I like that hot sauce, but man, you cannot eat a lot of it at once. I think he does sleep with the shield. Oh fuck. I feel like he would sleep with the shield. One of my problems with this game on the hardest difficulty is I feel like you have to constantly be like on the move, and I just like in games I like to like stop and think for a second, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that shouldn't be a crime, but it is. Shouldn't be a crime, but it is. I have to go.
What
Sorry,
else is a
night.
crime?
See you, Devin. Have a good night, dude.
Bye, Devin.
What did Sanic say? Oof, that got to hurt. It's pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. Everyone in chat, please like the stream if you haven't yet. We're playing on Ultra Nightmare.
No night.
What? That didn't count? Uh-oh.
No, because you did it before you landed.
Shit. Should've just did that.
Can you like melee strike him during the stun?
You mean when he's got the shield inside him?
Yeah.
I believe so. I don't know if it cancels the shield, or if you can just rough and tumble him. Just fucking rock'em sock'em robot while he's getting fucking buzzsawed.
Yeah.
I appreciate when human rights aren't violated. The human right to not live with demons. Enough Hell Knights to be Doom 64.
Facilities are under lockdown.
Money, money!
Money, money! 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 Let's see.
I'd do the shield throw. I'd focus on the shield.
No, Marcus, this is the one I need right here. I need the exploding one. If I can get the exploding one, that's gonna be clutch. Okay.
What about the more shield per second? Wait.
What are you talking about, Marcus? What are you going
The opposite
on
of the
and on
explosion.
about? I don't know. I have no memory of what it is.
It gives you more armor as the fire continues to tick.
The explosion one is infinitely better. I can just tell you that right now. Infinitely better.
Or
It's what got me through the original one.
But you died so many times in the original one.
Well, it had nothing to do with the little guys, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, the little guys, it cleared out so fast. The big guys are what I struggled with. Chase can do whatever the fuck he feels like. I appreciate Marcus trying to backseat game when it's actually in my best interest, but I just know that I need the crowd control. I need it for reasons.
Can't the penis piercer gun just be your substitute for crowd control?
No. I'm just less comfortable with that gun. The more I have to swap around guns, right. I have a filthy fucking obsession, okay? What a just a fucking sad little baddie with no daddy. Money, money! There we are. Wait, are there hot demons or even female demons? There's nasty female ones.
The only female demon is the snake one.
Yeah, there's the snake one with a dick
That's
bigger
the
than
only
ours,
female
than all of ours combined. Am I supposed to have the plasma gun already?
No.
Then why the fuck are these guys here?
A sneak peek of what you have to deal with.
That's fucking
The
annoying.
gun is in the next room. With the mancubus and shit. Behind you.
Yeah, I saw that. Remember when I refused to do that over and over again? I would see them at a distance and like try to aim a shot and wait. Like a dumbass. He was missing half his head.
Yeah.
Got him! There is a few glory kills, correct.
I think if you're in the air, it will actually do like some kind of glory kill.
What a dummy. Walked right into that. I love killing Hell Knights in every Doom game. So do I. The Summoner from 2016 seems female. Yeah, there's also the Witch in this game.
Welcome to research and development. Operations are currently suspended.
The witch is not a demon, it's eldritch.
It's a buddy old pal.
But yeah, Night Trap's right. The summoner.
Oh! Uh-oh, skets, dude!
What happened? Oh fuck. It's an American dad.
Proud to be an American. Or at least I can order extra large.
I love
Hey! I did your thingy. You were supposed to be all, like, upset. How did we get through that?
Chase, you're just so fucking good.
Finally.
You guys are just on your side right now.
Finally,
Until
I'm
I
good at
just
this
said
game.
it.
Didn't I redo this fight like 8 times?
Yeah.
In the original, when I first played this. Time for fat ass demon. Some reason the only thing I remember about Doom Eternal is being whipped by a demon. I do not remember that.
You sound about the snake one as a chain.
This
blade.
gun kind of sucks. The kick on it's
that's with
just
the
way
shield.
too high.
Yeah, you gotta put some upgrades on it to get that for charge. But it is pretty strong.
I don't know, dude. I kind of don't like it.
Just wait until you get your favorite cycler.
Now the cycler? Bruh. That's a chef's kiss of a gun. That's a Sanic. A Sanic's kiss of a gun. Money. I like money.
Careful not to spend all your ammo.
Well, if I do, I'll just punch somebody.
Punching has unlimited ammo.
I will say, though, that instead of just the punch with your gauntlet, because they gave you the flail and the dread mace, they should have also just let you, instead of punching, just use like the shield saw for like a rapid like slash. I feel like that would have been way cooler.
Powerful.
That would be too fun, and we hate that. Oh fuck.
They just didn't have enough money for so much coolness.
For so much coolness.
We get the cultists. I'm sure they get money or something.
What are you talking about?
That's a lot of money you're missing out.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where you get it. Because I would like to have the exploding thing as soon as possible. That's where you bust out through.
What about that circle thing?
This?
Circle fights.
So this gun is the accelerator. Yes. Sorry, but Chase, every time you sell your money at the upgrade machine, it goes to me. Well, that's a good thing, right? Sell my money. Yes, this is the accelerator. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. Right here.
Ah, yes! This is nutting material.
Alright, and then we gotta go up a level in order to get the other money. This is nutting material. Did somebody say nut?
I'm allergic to
Chase
nut.
took a wrong turn in the mall and is now lost, bro. I never know where the fuck I'm going in games.
If Chase ever enters IKEA, he's just disappeared. He's just gone from the face of the earth.
No refunds.
Guns, guns, guns.
Guns, guns, guns. Climb, climb, climb. Okay. Don't know what the point of that was. So I still don't know how to get that gold that's there. Must be down here?
Yeah, where the cultists are, is what I said.
Oh. You're so smart, Marcus. You're so fudging smart, dude.
I'm so smart, I just keep fudging it. I love fudge.
I'm gonna fudge. I only have 80, so it's not even worth going back.
Yes, it is. Any money's worth it. Because, you know, greed.
Greed. Yeah, if somebody wants to just give me 80 gold, that would be great. 80 pieces of gold in real life? Real gold?
Can an assistant developer to this game just give Chase gold with the risk of getting fired?
Where am I going right now? I'm going the wrong way.
Wrong way.
I'm like... Huh? Oh. I'm like so turned around right now. Where do I go from here? Forward and left. I don't know why I was so lost.
Commander, we need assistance out here.
This accelerator looks pretty cool. It's okay. Cycler's way better, dude. Cycler is way, way better.
Cycler is a way better gun because it's twice the amount of dongs than the accelerator.
Right. 2 dongs.
2 dongs equals more time it keeps pumping. There's a bitch to your back. What? Just fucking disappeared.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows, dude? You know this game's gonna be trying to do some bullshit to me.
Oh yeah, this area.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Marcus, don't remind me.
Excuse me, don't remind me ever again. Don't you ever
Don't you ever remind me of that.
Oh hey, you found the thing.
This was one of the final things that I didn't have.
Ah! It's a ass clapper supreme.
Dude, not throwing my shield into people was my biggest mistake for so long in the beginning of the game. What the fuck, jackasses? I was going that way!
Who's gonna
Kill
pay
him!
for this ball?
Hit him with the mace, he's down. Hit him. Finish him off. Finish him off before he punches you in the mouth.
Jump
Kill
on
him.
the mech.
He's almost up. Move! Oh, punched you in the mouth. Tried to warn you. Tried to help you out. Oh, he did it a second time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Why are you rooting for the demon, Chase? Night Trap
What'd you say?
asked. Night Trap asked why you rooting for the demon type.
Hold on, I don't know what. I can't comprehend whatever the fuck you're saying to me right now, so you're just gonna have to wait.
Giant demon, you're rooting for him to kill the mech. Why are you rooting for that? Why are you rooting for the bad guy?
I was just trying to be fucking helpful. Okay? Don't judge.
Panic is pointing the responsibility for you on the destruction of the bridge.
Why? What did I do? Oh, I think he killed him. I think he finally finished him off. I'm not paying for the bridge. Sanic, dude. Let me say that. Let me be perfectly clear. Sanic donated $30 for me to play a game on Ultra Nightmare Permadeath. All right. I ain't paying for no fucking bridge. Be glad I said okay to this for $30. What's up, Colonel? Please like the stream.
Hi,
how you doing, man? I hope you're having a good night.
Teleporter nearby. Launch deploy.
Uh-oh.
Ow!
That's not what I wanted to happen.
He gave you a back shot.
Give me the old dick tickle. What? What hit me?
I guess slow projectile.
How you doing, Colonel? Glad those things stopped firing.
You can destroy the statues.
Chase, one question about helping a cannibal eat a man. I was just trying to be helpful. What did the cannibal say? Or I'm sorry, I fucked up the joke already. What did the cannibal get to eat when he arrived at the party late? The cold shoulder. Should've just said, what did the cannibal get? I fucked up the joke twice, okay? Tell that joke to someone, they'll go, ha ha, ha. Still don't have enough gold. No gold!
No gold equals no bitches.
No gold equals no bitches, correct.
You should probably check on your map, make gold.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that worried about it, Marcus. Don't be so concerned all the time. Damn. Fucking Mario'd his ass.
You did.
Do 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 do. Fuck you. Do do do. I remember dying in this room a lot. I remember it. Damn, I tried.
Oh, you're better now, Chase.
I'm not.
Maybe lower the pinky to the energy shield dudes. Chain that
Whoa.
He almost pierced your butt cheek with that arrow.
Dude, he did. I was like, dude, the accelerator sucks fucking ass. Have not switched off it ever since I got it. What the fuck?
Oh. Ten more shots.
He's dead.
Push your piece, your stuff. Enforce? Why are they blue?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I saw.
You saw the blue
like
barrier,
a blue
probably.
Aura. Had a blue aura around it. Yeah, I thought it was enforced.
Oh fuck. The butt fucker. Oh fuck, it's a butt fucker.
I hate it when they're named butt fuckers.
I just hate when they fuck butts endlessly. Alright, this is a boss, and this is why I die a lot. Doom Guy's cheeks are so large they crush anyone they land on. Oh shit. Aw shit. Here we go again. Hey! Alright, he just didn't care. He's like, fuck it, dude. Whoa, buddy!
Use your, seeing your Uncharted buff.
Nope. Gotta go! I've got to go, so excuse me.
Thank God there was health right there.
Quit fucking throwing shit at me, dude. Alright.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, we killed him. How many times did I die to that my first time? Probably a lot. More health!
At least 13.
At least 13. You heard it from Marcus himself. Clutch! Dude, my ability to literally piss my fucking pants and yeet out of there is unmatched. Didn't even know that was an option. Back to the origins of gaming and jump on his ass. We completed 2 missions on Ultra Nightmare without losing.
Fuck yeah.
Love how you play well when it matters. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Part of the game.
Marcus might jizz his pants. That was a really nice compliment. I appreciate it, 1987. Current streaks 2 levels. That's actually the pinnable comment right there. I did like the mech in this game. If there's one thing that I didn't like in this game that I really feel like was fumbled hard, it was the dragon. I thought I like the idea of the dragon to this moment, but the way it actually plays, very dumb. And I do feel like the mech parts should have been better too. I can explain why, but I still feel like I had more fun with the mech parts than I did the dragon parts by far.
Time to pound ass and clap cheeks.
Time to clap some cheeks. I'm going the wrong fucking way.
Excuse me, sorry about the fridge. Not paying for that.
Get the fuck out of here,
Damn.
dude.
Just gave him the monk palm punch.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't know where to go. I'm just lost. Oh, I was going the right way originally. I just had to kill that guy first, I think. Badass fucking mech warrior ass section of the game. Average bar fight in Ireland. I would hope not.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Titan broke through. The energy relay is under attack.
If the core explodes, the city goes with it.
Somehow you dodged that.
Lord only knows how.
We can't stop it
How
now.
did Chase dodge that shit?
The reactor has sustained heavy damage.
God's like, I don't know.
Then you're not God. Thank God it's not the shield, dude.
Get the
Damn.
fuck out of here. Oh. It's not the way to go.
You know you're in the mech, your brass knuckle thing.
Boom!
Actually,
Dude, we never get shoulder cannons, do we? Or do we? I can't remember.
we did. We did.
Oh, when we were in that suit specific.
Ahead. Support team.
Yes.
Deploy weaponry.
As an Irish American, I can't confirm. I thought Skamos said he lived in a different place. Or am I just stupid?
He lives in a different place, but he's Irish American.
You have seen a bar fight in a pub once? You said you're 15. Why the fuck were you in a pub?
I mean, to be fair, Irish kids drink at the age of 8, so you know.
Oh, hi!
It's,
Yeah!
Seriously, how the fuck are you dodging it?
I like this gun. This is a fun gun. Gotta wait for it to cool down, though. Glad you stood there. should have ran away, dude. Love me
It's
a
not
good old
cooldown,
rapid
it's
fire gun.
The increased
Agreed.
damage duration.
The barrier is critical. Relay overloading.
Just throws that shit on the ground. They let kids in during the day, and my family has events there once in a while. Well, I'm glad they were just fist fighting while kids were there at a family event. Give me that shit in my hands right fucking now.
That core will explode. He needs to evacuate now.
And to donate it at a nearest orphanage.
The kids will love this.
He's trying to save the city. Slayer, there's a strip mine
The load
nearby.
so much it'll last a lifetime for them.
The crew's ship has disappeared from radar.
See ya.
Later, sayonara, bitches. Break his fucking ankles.
fuck.
Ow!
I forgot when you get hit, it takes away like your power move. I've got to go. Just I forgot we jumped like that.
Howdy ho!
Oh, I forgot too that he wastes your thing like that. Because you can't do this when you got one of them full. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Bam! Blam!
Bam, bitch!
Destroy all the tanks in your vicinity.
Ugh. Hot
Ow.
fucking potato.
Remember, Chase, don't attack.
Oh
him when
fuck!
it's
I
your
wasn't
turn.
paying attention. I was looking at chat. I thought this was I didn't I was reading Sanik's thing about the POV comment.
I'll read it for you.
Oh, I read it.
Trying to go to the bathroom while holding the
Bam!
That was quick.
That was close, dude.
Blood texture is just
That's a
out of
spicy
place.
meatball.
Remember to eat your potatoes. This one came out hot. Howdy-ho!
That was for Sparta.
Sayonara!
The transdimensional barrier is offline. Demonic activity is surging. The Creed has requested an immediate report.
Did you tell him
Return to
no?
the Sentinel Barracks.
Did you tell him no? Smash. Schemus just goes, who is that?
I did as you asked. Now please, let her soul be at peace.
That's right, streak of 3 now, and that was with me reading chat during the boss fight. Like a dumbass.
In the chamber, I
My
told
controller
you
literally wasn't in my hand because I thought the final cutscene was playing.
no one can.
No one can. proud of you, child. Thank you, kind sir. Chapter 4. Sentinel Barracks. Looks like a mean bitch, doesn't he?
We've tried contacting them. No response.
Yes, they're very important, Skamos. I actually forget what she's like the last something. I can't remember what they're called. In the blue object thing.
Talking about the Wraith?
Yeah. She's considered a Wraith, but like the last one or something. That thing.
Discovered in AR-722. An artifact said to
I actually need to watch like a YouTube video on like a breakdown of what the story of this game is, because I don't know if it was just told poorly or I was just so distracted being on nightmare difficulty. And obviously I'm just talking over it again here now, but
just so distracted.
Yeah, I need the story like explained to me.
Alright, a two-horned bitch wants that Christmas ornament because it has power.
Goal is at least Cosmic Realm, right? Listen, man, we've been streaming for an hour and a half. I got a solid hour and a half of this left in me, at least for this stream. My goal is to... I'm not even saying this stream, but my goal, if people want to see even more of this game on Permadeath, if people are actually having a ton of fun watching me play it and have to restart, is to get past Chapter 6. That's it. Specifically Chapter 6. If I somehow get through Chapter 6 on Permadeath, I will be infinitely proud of myself. And I don't think I can do that in this stream, to be honest with you. I do not think I can do that in this stream. Set reinforcements! Yeah, this gun sucks. I like actually hate this gun. I don't like this gun. I think it's bad.
Oh fuck, out of ammo already.
I did a challenge apparently.
Yay! Money!
Oh, what? Game cheating. Alright, we're good. We're good, we're good. Just making sure I got everything. Hate autocorrect. Miss, not mess. But is she gonna be a hit or mess with her? Hit or miss. Setting minor goals is good for all things in life. 1987, I know you said you haven't played this game before. Chapter 6, very specifically, is an extremely long chapter. Like, extremely long. Which is why I say that's my goal. What is up, Ace the Rattle Battle Baby Unit? Please like the stream. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Whoa. Wow! And that's why we're gonna lose Permadeath. Oh. What? How did I hit the only one I didn't need to hit? That's wild, dude. Remember when I died to this guy? Remember when I died to everything, Marcus? Remember when there wasn't an encounter I didn't die to? My goals as advice for your headspace during this run to keep up satisfaction, to not lose interest. Like I said, I liked this game. I had a lot of fun with this game. I'd play through it just to play through it again, even though I've platinumed it. I mean, it's fun to play. I don't know if it's like I said, I don't know how fun I necessarily think Ultra Nightmare Permadeath is, but... Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Batman. Money. I like money.
Shrine.
I am doing egg. Eggs are unborn children. They're too young to consent. I love this. It puts tears to my eyes. Sanic, are you being dramatic or do you actually mean that? Because if you actually mean that, that's pretty cool, man. I'm actually happy that I'm making you happy, you know?
Occult energy detected.
Oh, fuck off, game. Well, that was almost fucked. That was almost fun. I think Marcus literally just had quietly resigned himself, like, yeah, he's dead. Just didn't say anything. I mean it. Well, I'm glad you're having fun, dude. Because I was like, dude, how is Marcus not saying something right here? Like, oh, dude, or something like that. Whoa! What just happened? Did I blow up an explosive barrel on accident?
Yes.
That was kind of cool. Good night, everyone. Ace, I'm sorry to see you have to go so quick. Hope you have a good night, man. Hope you had a good day, dude. Have a good day in life, Ace. 1987's never gonna talk to you ever again. Have a good life. See you later, man. Whee!
I'm diving.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Remember,
hey! Like, there were 3 of these bitches.
That's okay.
You say that, but...
That's alright. Oh, fuck. Come on in, fellas.
Come on in and chases Lucy Chambers.
Come on in my come in my chambers.
Come in my chambers, it's very warm.
Where's this fucker at? There he is. righty.
Disappear. It's a trap.
And it goes AO. Someone give me a chamber full. What's up, Corgi? Please like the stream. How you doing, man?
Up,
I hope you've been well, dude. Haven't talked to you in a little while.
Corgi, did you get the new war bond that came out today?
You better have gotten it, bucko.
You better have gotten the police war bond and do some police brutality.
Doing it. Give me this shit in my hands right fucking now.
Fuck yeah, Corgi. Fuck yeah.
I love how you have to immediately begin blending it the second that I pick something up. See, all these guys would have been gone by now if I had that upgrade.
If you say so.
Woo! Woo!
Our chase was silent for like 2 seconds.
What'd you say?
Chase was a fucking alarm and siren for 2 seconds. He's like an Amber Alert, so someone's child's been abducted.
Woo!
You like that? Oh, little teeny was just kidnapped for the 50th time.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, just
oh, get punched in the asshole! Oh no!
I want to deal with them.
Oh no! Oh, we're good, we're good. What a fucking dumbass. Oh fuck, I missed. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Oh, I hate these green guys, though. Sorry, Chad, I can't look for a second.
The Sonic Mountain Dew imps.
Dude, they're the worst. Oh my gosh, dude.
Maybe switch to your accelerator? No?
Hold on, I gotta chase this dumbass down. Did I win? Is it over? It is.
Nope. Oh.
Yeah, they despawned. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? Who, me? For the same amount of time I thought Amber Alerts were a warning that Amber Heard was in the air. No, you didn't. Chase Pro Doomer now? We are playing on Ultra Nightmare Permadeath difficulty currently. Ultra Doomer? Do we have enough? We do.
Upgrade.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades. And we have this. There we go. Alright. Alright.
Can you upgrade
now
your
I'm
shield?
pumped. No. Yes. now I'm pumped. Larger, more powerful shockwave. Now I'm pumping. Alright, we're pumping. What does that do?
Pumping into things.
Energy shields that are hit by shield throw will cause a shield to bounce to nearby. I don't think I ever did that in my previous playthrough. Ever.
You did not.
Like, not once. And I know we unlocked that upgrade
shield,
too.
You're like, accelerator time. Yeah, to accelerate.
How do you get in there?
You gotta jump. You got a Majigan. Majigan!
child doom with a priest, one of those touching what the fuck did you just say? Hell yeah, the shotgun's all cocked and loaded. Dude, it is.
This attack on the barracks is a diversion.
This attack on the barracks is a diversion.
Mobilize the Slayer's dragon. Marking the Slayer's HUD now.
Did I die here a lot? I probably did. I could probably say that about every single fucking place in this game.
Yeah, you died.
Did I die here a lot? Yes, duh.
Mission.
Hello? Ah!
Oh fuck.
I didn't know those things were there. I didn't know that was there. What is bro on about? I have no idea. The chat has become all the innuendos, and I'm here for it. Skamos said that he's 15, and he's like, I'm here for innuendos. Like, what?
Ow. You can't kill me. I'm Doom of the Dark Ages. I'm black.
You can't kill me. I'm black. Ow. Apparently that still worked, which was interesting. Odd. Aw, fuck, I'm out of ammo.
Fuck. Chase, you should just keep on
That literally
people.
only gives you 4 shots.
At least you got 8 punches total, so that's like...
There's gotta be like a melee upgrade that gives you more.
Nice.
Excuse me, game. What? Oh, because he's a powerful one. Never mind, everybody. I didn't realize he was a boss. I was like, why isn't he getting all sawed up? It's because he's not a boss. That's why. Or, I mean, he is a boss. What the fuck am I saying? It's because he's a boss. He's a boss Billy. Can't see. Fuck me.
You're the boss.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get the fuck out of here. Where'd the green guy go? Oh, there he is. That's who I was looking for. Oh! Get shit on! Give me your fucking heart! Squish! Nice. Nice, nice. Pretty cool. Now we have trauma dumping in chat. What? I've seen things. I just see Sanic just go, I'm atheist. Well, I am a hardcore Christian, Sanic. Sad. That is sad to hear. We touching every topic. That's some dark humor right there. I was touched as a kid. We touching every topic. Wow. That was wild. Nobody knew that Corgi's humor was so dark that fat white chicks want to fuck it, you know?
What did I just cut back to?
I said Corgi's humor is so dark that fat white chicks want to fuck it.
Oh.
Oh no, remember this guy? I died here like 8 times. Remember this?
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't there like a bunch of money behind you?
I gotta jump across and then turn around. How the fuck did you remember that? Oh, we gotta kill this guy though.
What do you mean, how the fuck do I remember it? Where you died most of the time.
That guy killed me multiple times. I don't know why I thought that was so hard. Goth baddies fiending over my dark humor. No way. No way. I thought we just reset to the main menu. Okay, so there's no penalty for falling off the edge of the map, which is good, which is entirely necessary. I was like, where the fuck's the armor at? Oh shit! Invisible guy out of nowhere. Is that all of them? Seems quiet. You know, I'm an atheist, but I kind of hope there is God, because death is my biggest fear for obvious reasons. I mean, I can tell you for a fact that God is 100% real. There's more evidence for Jesus Christ, and I mean this literally, like secular evidence, secular meaning non-religious, having no ties to religion. There is more secular evidence for Jesus Christ living than there is any other known human. You could be like Alexander the Great, we know he was alive. Caesar, we know he was alive. Hitler, we know he was alive. We actually have more evidence for Jesus Christ being alive, like count for count, than any other person in known history. And Jesus came, did what he was gonna do, and then
Jesus came,
correct, did what he was gonna do, and we have again endless eyewitnesses and testimonies to, not endless of course, but a noteworthy amount of him being alive again after crucifixion. The stories in the Bible are not exaggerated. Let me tell you this. Some people have issues with the Bible because they'll say, I'm going to go on a tangent here, but it's Skamos' fault. Some people take issues with the Bible because they'll be like, well, there's miracles in it. You know, and at the end of the day, like, I just don't believe in, like, magic stuff, right? And magic having a negative connotation, so they're trying to belittle what it is by calling it magic. Not saying that's what Skamos did by any means, but a lot of people will draw issues with the miracles in the Bible and be like, I can't believe in miracles. I can't do it. But here's the truth, and I mean, you have to answer this to yourself behind closed doors. Everything existing from nothing, or everything existing forever, right? Like things have just always existed, means that there's an infinite timeline before you. How did we ever reach now? But it's actually proven science. This is inarguable. It is proven science that the universe had a beginning. So then the question is well, You refuse to believe that miracles are possible, but we will believe that at one point there was nothing, and then nothing exploded. It's like, it's not a far reach to say that the one miracle you do believe, and you don't get to argue it, because the universe did have a beginning. I mean, it's probably something caused that. Something outside of the universe. Above, beyond, before the universe initiated the universe. And then that being alone can do whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? And as the story goes, he takes on flesh, becomes human, and he starts performing miracles. I mean, it's not crazy to think. You know what I mean? That's really not a far leap in the slightest. And then you look at the other claims of the Bible, you know, all people are sinful. And someone will be like, well, I take issue with that. I don't like that the Bible says I'm a bad person. But, if you ask anybody before anyone said anything about religion, like, you got any regrets in life? They'll be like, yeah. Like, why? Because you did something wrong, probably? Yeah. It's like, okay, then you're sinful. Right? Then you're sinful. If you aren't talking about religion at all, and someone comes up to you and says, you know, I just sometimes don't feel like I'm a good person. You ever feel like that? Anybody would be like, yeah. But then the second the Bible goes, you know, everybody is sinful. They're like, nope, actually everybody's good. I think people are inherently good. Everyone's good. We're good. And it's like, the fuck? No. And that's not helpful. That's the thing. Behind closed doors, everybody knows that they've got parts of themselves that they have things they do right this second. I'm going to say this real time in a live stream. There are things that every single person in this live stream does, right, at this exact second that they would not tell their mom that they do. They would be, or they would tell them, but they would be ashamed. They'd be ashamed to tell them. It's like, we're all sinful. It's not an insult from Christians or the Bible to admit that we're sinful, because, you know, that's what's therapeutic, being able to admit having a problem. If you can't admit having a problem, then how are you ever going to get better? Right? And that's why the gospel is called the good news. Because the good news is that, or as the Bible phrases it, God shows his love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. It's like, that's the good news. You're a sinful person, and therefore it ought be judged. God is sovereign to judge, right? And yet he decides to forgive you. What is happening right now? That I'm just getting fucked.
I think an imp is throwing their monkey shit at you.
I think it was one of those fucking skull things, dude.
We hear their screams.
Money! But yeah. Random rant that nobody asked for.
Thanks.
Oh my shit! Oh, we died. So they had two of those shield guys. I actually don't know what the strategy would have been for that, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Is this off? Okay, this is off. Sadness. I can't say shit to my mom. stories that exaggerated. I really don't believe that, Skamos. I really don't believe they're exaggerated. Another fun story, I was telling Marcus about it. So, for example,
why are you bringing me into this?
I'm bringing you into it because I'm saying I told you a story. The fuck? I didn't say you told a story. Anyways, so I was telling Marcus this fun story where if you read the, you know, like if you know the story of David and Goliath, most people at least know like the child variant of the story, where like, you know, oh, there's Goliath and he's a giant, and like, you know, David goes down there with a sling, and he goes down there with a sling, and he hits Goliath in the head, and then and he wins the fight, and Israel's saved, and it's like, yay. And it's like, you read the actual story, and yes, David hits Goliath square between the eyes with a stone from a sling, but then he takes Goliath's sword out of his holster and chops his head off. So that's kind of cool, right? But what's interesting about this story is that... Do the thing, dude. What's interesting about the story, though... Do the roar. Is that when you think about actual shepherds at the time, and again, this is secular knowledge, so non-religious knowledge. If you looked at people and how they were with slings, they could hit birds flying out of the sky. That's how accurate people were with slings. I mean, they would literally kill lions by hitting them with slings and rods in order to protect their flocks. So they were deadly accurate, right? Now you have Goliath at close range taunting David. You have the biggest target in the world just standing in front of him, mocking him. So the idea that David could hit Goliath square between the eyes is not far-fetched. Not at all. In addition to that, this is super interesting. When you read the actual story in the Bible, it's said that Goliath taunted them, but when David accepted the challenge and went down to fight in the middle of the valley, two really important things happened. The first thing that it said, and I'm going to forget the name of the valley, okay? You'd have to Google it and then look it up.
It's Hidden Valley.
Ranch. But anyways, the valley he's in, it says he picked up 5 smooth stones, right? So he picked up 5 stones in order to sling at Goliath. But what's interesting is that in the known world today, this is not an exaggeration, in the known world today, that valley alone has rocks unique to it, like with a unique composition, found nowhere else in the world, just that valley, and they are the hardest known to man. Again, this is, you can verify this has nothing to do with religion. It's the hardest known to man. So now you have an accurate shepherd with a sling who also is using the hardest rocks in the world to hit a giant. Here's the other fun fact. When you read the story, it's said that when he's picked up these stones and he's sitting in the valley waiting for Goliath to come down, it says that Goliath is led down to the valley by a guide. It's like, okay, like, I'm stuck. I literally can't move. It's like, why was he led down by a guide? I guess I'll just think nothing about it, right? But then when he gets down there, Goliath starts taunting David and misidentifies what he even is and what he's holding. And you might think like, okay, that's odd, and then the story just goes, he kills him. So David kills him. He taunts David, misidentifies who he is and what he's using, and then David kills him. Well, now we know through modern medicine, because there are people born with gigantism to this day, right? They're born with gigantism to this day. And everyone who is diagnosed with gigantism has a similar fate, unfortunately. One of the things that happens is their heart goes out sometime around their 40s. And, you know, who's to know why that is? Something to do with the bigger frame, it can't keep up, it's just a genetic defect that's common with it. But here's the thing that happens before their heart goes out every time. Every time. They go blind. They lose their vision. They either go blind or are very, you know, they have very bad eyesight. Just degrades rapidly. And so you have this story, again, that most people think is sort of like miraculous. This giant comes down, and here comes little shepherd boy David, and he's so bold for God, and all the soldiers are scared, and he slings them in the head and kills them. And it's like, no, the Bible's telling a very truthful story about this guy who really is a giant, and modern medicine would tell you that dude probably can't fucking see. And you just read the story and they're like, yeah, he needed a guide to get down and couldn't even fucking identify David very well. And then David, who's proficient with his sling, as people who were trained in it were, goes down there, hits the easiest fucking blind target known to man, and then chops his head off. And everyone's saved. And it's just like, I don't know why... Like, in a lot, you know, that's where it's like, stories are exaggerated in the Bible. It's like, actually, they're like, really fucking accurate. Like, pinpoint accurate. Like, nah, dude. David's really good with the sling, found the hardest fucking rock in the world, and then sniped that blind ass. and then they moved on with their day. Dude, slings like David's hit hard, though, for real. I agree, they could go faster than a bullet. But yeah, and I heard another thing that I don't really know if it's true or not, to be perfectly honest with you, because I haven't verified it at all. But somebody also told me that it is verified, or it is mentioned in the Bible, I can't remember which, but somewhere it said that Goliath had 4 brothers, I think it said. And so someone told me that they believed that the reason he picked up 5 stones, even though he clearly only need 1, was because there was an assumption that his brothers would come to avenge Goliath. And so he was merely prepared for it. Now, I don't know about that. I really don't have much to add onto that. But if so, it just sort of, again, adds to a unspoken testimony that, like, no, like, this is commentary on... Oh, I'm out of ammo. Come here, bitch. Just fucking wombo him to death. Honestly, I'd rather listen to you rant about Bible stuff for some reason. The Bible, I genuinely believe, is God's word. I was just telling Marcus about this as well. My genuine belief that, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! I forgot that I can't throw my fucking shield. I'm gonna die! Got him! I ran in with the full expectation to break that guy's shield by throwing my shield, and it fucked me completely. Absolutely fucked me completely. That was kind of wild. But yeah, I'll tell you again what I was telling Marcus the other day. Not that any of this convinced Marcus in the slightest, by the way. But everyone's heard the comment, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? And everyone knows what that... What's that?
I'm just a piece of shit.
I didn't say that. Oh shit. You did. But, everyone's heard that term that a picture's worth 1,000 words. And obviously what that means is like, you know, if you take a picture of like a family gathering or something like that, like you could probably say something about all of your family members in there, like what they mean to you specifically, you know, personal memories you have with them maybe, what's going on, what you remember that wasn't captured in the thing, right? And so, why does that matter? Well, it goes back to in the Bible, it's funny because Jesus spoke to a lot of people in parables, and there's even a part in the Bible where he's teaching all these people parables, and if you may or may not know what a parable is, but a parable is a fake story, a not true story with moral underpinnings. Okay, so it's a untrue story meant to teach you something. Now, most people obviously can like play a video game and glean something significant off of it, and learn something, or watch a movie, or just read another book, and it can teach you something. So, telling a fake story with moral ramifications is not like bad or wrong, right? But there's a part in the Bible where the disciples basically say to Jesus, they question him, they're like, why do you keep telling people fake stories? Like all these, like 1,000 people could show up to listen to what you have to say because you're claiming to be God himself. You're claiming to be God. And they all show up and you tell a fake story. Why? You know, they want to know why. And so anyways, he does answer them. But what I believe to be true is that it's similar to, you know, there is a literal reason in the sense of like, well, you know, if he tells a very specific thing, there's a chance that different people at different points in their life might not relate to it or fully understand it. But if he tells a fake story not specifically about any one specific person, like maybe there's a way everyone will relate to it. But in my mind, the reason that he tells parables is because it's a similar concept to the picture being worth 1,000 words. Okay, just cheat. A story can also be worth 1,000 words in a sense if it's...
All hell gates closed. The village is secure.
Sorry, I thought she was going to say something important. I was trying to pay attention to what I was supposed to do. But God, who is infinite, and his word being God's word, the question would be, how do you fit the infinite in a finite space? You tell a parable. And all of a sudden that parable will reveal something to you in whatever season of life you're in. But if you read that parable again when you're older, a bit wiser, you're going to realize something about that parable that's just infinitely more deep than you realized. And there is a lot said in the Bible that's not, it's both overtly said, yet not obvious to the reader, depending, again, on what season in life they're in. There's a seven-headed beast if you keep reading it. It's the Hydra, that's right. So Revelations is a book that's written in a genre called apocalyptic writing. It's an actual genre, and it does mean that what you read in it is not meant to be read literally, but symbolically. It's an effort to describe something that's indescribable. And because what we see when the times of Revelations come are near indescribable, this was the best way that it could depict it for us. So kind of interesting. Some kind of interesting stuff. But one big example that I like to talk about also is, probably boring you guys to tears ranting about this, but one example that I like to talk about is the story of Cain and Abel, dude. I don't know if a lot of people know about Cain and Abel, but that story is like hyper dense about a lot of things. And like one of the things that it's, well, I don't know. If you guys are interested in hearing a lot of the stuff that I find interesting about Cain and Abel, let me know.
Do it. Talk about it.
Well, Marcus wants to know. I don't know if anyone in chat wants to know. I keep forgetting I cannot throw my shield yet. One second. Gotta think. One second, gotta think.
That's impossible.
This game absolutely mentally overwhelms me. I love how I can throw the shield there, but I can't voluntarily throw it. Ow. Is that all of them yet? Nope, we're still fighting. Alright, there we go. I'm up for Bible knowledge drop. So I'm gonna miss some stuff probably because I'm also playing this on a hard difficulty, but an interesting, hold on, Skamos said something, I didn't read it. Kind of random, but there was an entire war over who had the real Jesus's foreskin. Dear God, why?
Oh, yeah.
Why? But anyways, they're the... If you think about the...
Jesus exists.
If you think about the story of... Well, I'll ask Marcus too, just since obviously we can verbally hear him here, but have you ever heard the story of Cain and Abel or read it for yourself? It's extremely short.
I don't remember the names of the stories.
The story of Cain and Abel is near the very beginning of... I mean, relatively speaking, near the very beginning of Genesis, the very first book of the Bible. So, if you ever give reading the Bible a chance, it's you'll run into it very rapidly. So, there's Adam and Eve, which you've undoubtedly heard of, and then there's and then they had two sons, which was Cain and Abel. And in the story, Abel is a shepherd, and then Cain, he farmed the land and made a lot of produce, right? And so, when they make offerings to God, it's said that God would accept Abel's offerings, but he would reject Cain's. And when that happened, the Bible never says exactly why that is. Okay, so it doesn't typically say why. I say typically. There are different translations, but it doesn't say why God rejects Cain's offerings directly. I think it does say why he does, but you don't get the specific details. So anyways, what happens when God is doing this is it says that Cain becomes wroth, which is like hella angry. Most people don't use that word too often. But he becomes extremely angry about this and basically decides that he's going to kill his brother because he's essentially envious of him that God is accepting his sacrifices and he's not, or offerings I should say, which is most likely a sacrifice of one of his animals, and he's not accepting Cain's. And so he lures his brother out into a field and then takes a rock and fucking beats his head in and kills him. And God himself speaks to Cain and says, "Where is your brother?" And Cain goes, "Am I my brother's keeper?" So he just gets fucking attitude with God himself. And God goes, I can hear your brother's blood crying out to me from the soil. And I actually skipped a part, because again, I'm distracted. Before he kills his brother, God actually says to Cain, when it says he's mad about the fact that God won't accept his offering, God actually says to Cain, why are you so wroth? And it uses the same word. And he says, don't you know that if you do well, I will be pleased with you? And he says, but sin crouches at your door, waiting for you to open the door for it, essentially. And if you do, trouble's going to come your way. And so that's where I feel like the Bible does directly tell you why God's not accepting Cain's offerings or blessing his offerings, but also doesn't tell you specifically what it is. And that's super important, again, that the Bible does that. So anyways, after God says that to him, he still chooses to lure his brother out into the field, kills him with a rock. So God confronts him, and he says, am I my brother's keeper? And God chastises him and says, I know what you've done, essentially. And he curses him. He basically sends him away. And Cain actually says, don't send me away, like other people will surely kill me. And so God actually says to him, if anybody, it will become known, I will mark you, and it will become known that if anyone kills you, I will curse them and kill them and their family, so nobody will kill you. Go off and wander. And there's a reason why that's significant. I won't fully get into that, but that's where he goes. And the reason that story is incredibly dense is it's similar to the parable in the sense that it's important that it doesn't say what Cain was doing that was considered sin. And it's so important because humans are so faulty that they will immediately say, well, I'm not doing that specific sin, so I'm better. Or I don't consider what I do to be as bad as Cain, and therefore I feel less guilty. And then they won't try to better themselves, right? They won't stop sinning. And so the whole point is that it's actually not important what he's doing, that's sin. What matters is that by sinning, you sin against God. You were created in his image, and while bearing his image, you are choosing to do something amoral. And essentially, oh hi, I didn't know this guy was still alive. Essentially, you offend his name, his craftsmanship. You misrepresent who he is when you're meant to be his child. So anyways, so it's not really important. So it's important to not say what Cain did. But even more significant, and this isn't said outright by the Bible, but man is it true. Imagine what the Bible just depicted there. Okay? Cain and Abel are some of the first human beings alive. In addition to that, this is the first siblings alive. These are the first brothers, right? And people from the beginning are murderous. And not just murderers, killers of their own brother. And when you really stop to contemplate human history, stop to contemplate how cruel people can really be, because a lot of times we'll take for granted, like if you live in America, like Marcus and I do, I mean, like we are thousands of years forward in human history, and we still deal with murderers and, selfish people and killers of family and all this type of stuff. We still deal with it. But yes, do we have less of it now as we've progressed, quote unquote? I mean, yes, and thank God that we have. But it's a luxury. Like, we have advanced, but this is how God in His Word depicts humanity. Murderous. And not just murderous, but murderers of family itself. And it's very true. It's very true. How often do we look at our own family members and take them for granted? Instead of loving them with a self-sacrificial love, we may look at their request for us to do something and be annoyed. Wish they'd never asked us to do something. Or we may do a lot for them and they literally may not do a lot for us. And instead of seeing it as an opportunity every time to simply love them, and it does not matter whether or not they equally give to us, we very selfishly want to see the roles reverse. It's like, it gives life to when Jesus said, if you hate your brother, you've committed murder in your heart. That's what He says. And a lot of people will read that and be like, that's dumb. And it's like, that's not dumb. It's very revealing of the fact that we as human beings are deeply flawed, deeply sinful. And sin is an archery term. It actually means to have missed the mark. So there's a bullseye. In every mundane instance of life, there is a good way to approach it. There's a bullseye. But we often miss the mark and we sin. We did not succeed. So, something to consider. Weird, the last time I read the Bible, it says that God cursed Cain to eternally wander. So wouldn't that mean Cain is still alive? No. Cain was a human being. He did die. And we have to remember, too, that the Bible is very poetic and linguistic. So the Bible gives a lineage, and it actually gives the age of Cain when he died. It gives the age of Cain. It says if he had a wife or multiple, and it says who his children were, and it says how long his children lived and died. So no, he did not live eternally. Right, the Bible does say, for the wage of sin is death. So a wage being your pay for your work. And the Bible basically says if your work was sin, then you will be paid with death. Because at the end of the day, God is sovereign. God is sovereign and just to cast judgment. And in His sovereignty over His own creation, God says, if you sin, I will kill you. I will literally end your life because you chose to take the life I gave you and do something not good with it. And so why should a life that's not doing good continue? And when you paint it this way, it just makes sense. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, God's evil because he made me, and then when He made me, He's gonna kill me and tell me I'm bad. So God's actually evil. Why'd He even do that? And God's saying, I gave you the miracle of life, and I made you in my image. And then you chose to do bad things, right? But the Bible also says that while God is sovereign and will judge righteously and sovereignly, it says He is also equal in love and mercy, right? Is playing Doom a sin? What's up, Andy? Please like the stream. How you doing, dude? Subscribe if you haven't. I don't think so. I don't think it's a sin. But anyways, good question. But it says He's equal in love and mercy. And again, that's why the Bible says God shows His love for us in that while we were yet sinners, He died for us. And that's why the Bible also says that salvation is the free gift of God so that no man may boast. There's a pretty infamous, and I'm going to use that word, infamous. There's a pretty infamous line of scripture that maybe not many know, but if you know it, it scares you. If you're a Christian and know it, it scares you. And so what it is there's this line where the Bible says that God is making His judgments, right? So it is the end of time as we know it, and God is judging people, you know, deciding whether or not they're going to heaven. And so, fuck. And so anyways, what's up, bro? How you doing, Andy? And so as he's making his judgments, it says that some of the people he decides are going to hell. And the people are confused and they say, hey, and they're talking about Jesus. They're like, hey, didn't I cast demons out in your name? Did I not give to the poor in your name? Didn't I do all of these things in your name? And Jesus looks at these people who casted out demons in Jesus' name, who gave to the poor in Jesus' name, right? He looks at those very people and he says, "Be gone, I never knew you." And they're sent to hell. That's how it's told. And you can ask yourself, like, as if you're if you're not a Christian listening to this, because you're just interested, imagine for a second you are a Christian, and you read that line. You would think to yourself, like, you would think to yourself, like, well, damn, like, what am I gonna do? Like, all I can do is just have hope and faith, quote unquote, right? All I can do is have hope and faith that God won't say that to me. And so that infamous line can be scary if you don't understand what the context there is. Because the context is that, again, the gift of salvation is the free gift of God so that no man may boast. On the final day, when we see God face to face and he's making judgments, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm going to tell you this right now. The only thing you can say in your defense is literally, Jesus Christ, save me. That's all you can say. The only thing we contribute to our salvation is the sin that required it. I'm telling you that now. The only thing that we offer to it is the sin that required it. That's it. And the reason that that's significant is because that was why they got rejected. He said, "Be gone, you never knew me." If you look at God on Judgment Day and say, "Didn't I do all these good works?" Jesus is going to say, "You don't know why I showed up, do you? You don't have any clue what I did." Because our salvation is based upon who Jesus is and what Jesus did, not who we are and what we did, right? Oh shit. And so when the people basically said, like, "Hey, no, I did all these good things," it's like, God doesn't really care what you did or why you did it. Because the simple fact is that, Paul writes it too, he says, "No one is without sin, no, not one." And so if all people are with sin, then all people need salvation. And if all people need salvation, then the only thing you can say on Judgment Day is, "Jesus Christ, save me." That's all you can do. And there's countless instances in the Bible where that's true. Direct parables from Jesus, direct events described. Lemonade. That was a name. I was going to say Lemonade. Lemonade, what's up, man? Please like the stream, subscribe if you haven't. First time watcher. I like this concept of discussing faith and gaming. Hell yeah. We're playing on Ultra Nightmare Permadeath. One thing that is required is action, to ask for help from God, to be given a ladder, and to refuse the ladders, to refuse God. I mean, yeah, you can't... At the end of the day, a lot of people, too, will get hung up in semantics. And in my opinion, it's not worth that. I appreciate it, Lemonade. I'm glad you subscribed, dude.
So,
Chase doesn't usually do this, but yeah, that's how it is today. I'm glad this guy was just right behind me, camping my butt cheeks. I mean, I would do this every time if people were truly interested, but I do just like to game also. There's a lot of times I'm not talking about this stuff because no one's asking, you know what I mean? But
most of the time it's just Chase shouting.
shouting and dying and screaming and hating my life. Correct. Marcus hit the nail on the head with that one.
In the head with the ball being hammered.
But yeah, so like someone could be like, actually, Chase, even the Bible says that you're saved by faith alone. And someone could be like, no, because accepting the gift is an action. And it's like, yeah. Like, okay. The simple fact of the matter is that Jesus did do miraculous things. Okay? To rise from the grave after 3 days. Any sins Jesus can't save you from, there is one. The Bible says that there is one sin that there is not salvation from, and that is to have known the gospel intimately and to choose to walk away from it. Jesus says that you can blaspheme his name, but to grieve the Holy Spirit is the unforgivable sin. And there's elaboration on that, and that's essentially to have received the Holy Spirit, which is accept Jesus into your heart as your Savior, and then to turn around and say, you know what, actually, I'm better off without him. I now reject him after having accepted him. And I believe there's actually a part in, I believe it's the book of Hebrews. The book of Hebrews is my favorite book in the Bible. That doesn't mean I have it memorized, obviously. But I believe it's actually in Hebrews that it's, what the fuck? It's actually stated that if somebody does that, they accept Jesus truly, and then somehow, some way decide to reject God after the fact, they cannot come back. I believe that's how it is phrased, and it kind of makes no bones about that.
Is there a story for that?
What's that?
Is there a story of that happening?
What's up, Clown? Please like the stream. How you doing, dude?
What's up, Clown?
To be fair, we're likely going to be playing this game a while, so best to talk about something besides what's going on currently in the game. Well, I at least have 30 minutes left in this live stream. Not gonna lie, Jesus would have absolutely hated the Crusades. I'm not even religious. So a lot of people also have misinformed you about the Crusades. Do I think that everything the Crusaders did is good or lines up with what Jesus would have wanted? No. Obviously. But again, that's human history. At what point did humanity live up to God's standard? It hasn't. It never has. It never will. Thus, we need a savior, right? But anyways, I believe before the Crusades occurred, the Muslims were actively killing Christians and other people, just slaughtering them and pushing them out and claiming their territory. And the Crusades were quite literally the response of, okay, if you are going to wipe us out, we will wipe you out. And the Bible does not say that you cannot defend yourself. It does not say that. So, I mean, again, if I paint that picture where the Crusades are justified self-defense, it's like, I will stand by that, but also say, like, and were they perfect in all their decisions during that? No. I mean, no, but it's not like they just did it to try and fuck people. Like, you're not Christian, I kill you. You're not Christian, converter, I kill you. That was not the situation. So, that's what you think or believe. It's not correct. If I remember in the First Crusade, I remember one of the Crusades, they were following a duck, a certain group of them. I couldn't tell you, man. I also don't agree with Catholicism at all, so there's that. Clown, hope you saw the expiration date I sent you. Sorry, oh, for the thing yesterday. Sounds like he did. I forget what I was saying, but there's just like, there's an infinite amount of things that I could obviously say about the Bible, so. I was bound to lose my train of thought at some point. We gotta get in the fire thing, boys.
To the fire.
Why did God create Satan? Do you know anything about that? So I definitely know things about it. Why did he create Satan? I can't exactly tell you, but what I will tell you is that this is sort of more philosophical. I mean, it's theological because it pertains to something religious, you know, faith-based, but it's more philosophical, I feel like, than theological, in the sense that imagine this, okay? Imagine this. You're God, and you're perfect in all ways, right? And then you go and you create something. What can you create, right? What can you create? Well, you can create something perfect, and if you create something perfect, you probably created God. You know what I mean? Like, he made God too. That's what he did. He made God too. So the question is if God makes anything other than himself again, does it have a capacity to sin? Does it have the capacity to somehow not be perfect? And the answer is yes. Now, when Satan is described, he's described as extremely beautiful. He was an angel himself, and I think he was also described as choir master. I think he might have, honestly, among the ranks of angels, been the one that led worship of God. But it says that Satan wanted to, it said that Satan wanted to ascend to God's position. And so it was pride and arrogance. I died. It was pride and arrogance that led to Satan's fall. And that's exactly what he tempted Adam and Eve with. Talking about Christianity while playing the most Christian game. So it's like, you got to imagine that God made different beings in creation, and it wasn't him who is perfect. Therefore, it has some capacity to fail, one would imagine. And so then also imagine, like, God creates a cow. Is it ever going to fail in the sense of aspiring to become God? I don't even think it has the capacity to do so, right? I mean, a cow is very limited. But then you look at what Satan is. Satan is basically like God's right-hand man as far as angels go. And so Satan does have a more nuanced capacity of self-awareness, power and position. And again, he's not God. And so he goes to Adam and Eve and he tempts them. He says, no. God said that if you eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, that you'll surely die. But surely you won't die. That's what he says. No. That's wrong. He's like, actually, you'll become like God. Which in a sense isn't wrong, because God does have a knowledge of good and evil. Right? He does possess that knowledge. But he also proposed to Adam and Eve, like, you will be like God. And that's what Satan wanted. He wanted to be in God's position. He wanted to be like God, and so he goes to God's creation and tempts them with the very thing that he wants and knows that he can't have. And in a way, when you think about it, what humanity was, because Satan was not made in God's image. Biblically accurate angels are, like, known to be horrifying, and that's why when they show up, they often say, do not be afraid, because how could you not be when you read what an angel looks like. But anyways, Satan, and then of course I'm just sort of going in all random directions here, so hopefully people are finding this interesting to listen to. It's not necessarily meant to be the most, like, linear route that I'm speaking here, but when you read about the creation, God creates things for 6 days, and on the 7th day he rests. But if you pay attention, he makes all things, and then he makes mankind, the being in his image, on the 6th day. And then he gives it dominion over everything he created. And so God, not necessarily in the order of creation, but after creation, then sets the hierarchy. So there's God at the top, then there's man, then there's woman, and then they have dominion over all creation. And so what does Satan do? He appears as a snake. He appears as an animal that mankind has dominion over, approaches the woman, who then approaches the man, who then hides from God. He took God's established hierarchy and completely flipped it on its head. And then he caused that which was made in God's image, the only thing of its kind. Satan wanted to be God, and then God makes a creation that looks like him, that isn't Satan. What can Satan do? He goes and sullies the thing that's made in God's creation. Now, imagine this too. Let me answer this question, or let me walk down this line of reasoning for Sanic too. If God can't make something perfect that isn't just a recreation of himself, how can he make something that he's pleased with? Because it's going to fail, right? What's the one thing he can do if he makes something that's not perfect and it can't sin? Rob it of its knowledge of good and evil. That's the one thing you can do. Because even if it does sin, it didn't understand. It didn't know any better. So God can finally make something that's not just himself again, and it can remain within his presence, not sinful, because it doesn't understand. How is he going to judge it and condemn it when it doesn't understand? You see what I'm saying? And so that's how God did it. And Satan went and he ruined that. And hopefully this is giving some understanding about, like, what is the Christian's obsession with sin and you know, a solution, salvation to that sin. Why shouldn't I consider being called a sinner an insult and reject this constant notion of I need to be saved? I need to be saved. It's like this is why, you know, it's, you know, and it is something that has complexity to it. And again, if you want evidence of this being the truth, all you have to do is just be honest behind closed doors. Not with you don't have to tell me or anybody else how sinful you are and how bad you are. But if you're being honest, you know for a fact that morality is real. You know you have knowledge of good and evil. You know it. And the thing is when you look at a child, you know, they have to be taught. They have to be taught what's good and what's good and what's evil. So you may say, like, well, Christianity says that this is evil and I do it, but I don't think it's evil. It's like, fair enough, dude. But we have limited knowledge right now, and we have to be taught things. So if the Bible's teaching you that something's wrong and you never knew it was or never thought it was, it's like, dig a little deeper. Be willing to humble yourself and look and say, why is it saying this? Because we'll often find that people reject God not because they think that it's implausible. Because again, to reject God because you're like, it's not scientific. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you can't replicate it in a lab, so I just don't believe that it's real. It's like, dude, We already know the evidence shows that the universe had a beginning. So you can't say the universe came from fucking nothing. That's a miracle. I mean, it is. The very fact that we want to claim that consciousness came from stardust and rock, like, that's a miracle. The miracles are endless. The miracles are absolutely endless when you think about them. And atheists accept a litany of miracles beyond just the fact that the universe just fucking appeared. You know what I mean? So it's like, you just got to be honest with yourself behind closed doors and realize, like, how much of this do you think is truly incorrect, as opposed to how much of this do you just not want to be true? And that's typically what it is. We just, it's not that we can't believe God is real. We just honestly wish that he wasn't. Because that means you now have a Lord over your life. You're not God. You are not God over your life. You don't get to choose what is right and wrong and determine that for yourself. And you don't get to just live purely by your own standards and determine right and wrong. You don't get to. Where did the title of Satan come from? His name was Lucifer originally, wasn't it? It was like Morning Star or something like that. I don't know. Again,
Yeah,
you can get into semantics on it. As far as like accurate names and original languages that the Bible was written in, definitely worth looking into. There's so much that, you look at the Bible, like, if somebody looks at the Bible and says it's not worth reading because I just don't believe in God, and there's translation errors and all this other stuff, all these different things, it's like, what a massive willingness to be ignorant, because there is just so much stuff in the Bible. It is so dense that to ignore it is like looking at any great work and just being like, no, it's just not worth reading. It's just not worth reading at all. And it's like, why would anyone come to that conclusion is absolutely beyond me. I've always thought that if I was God alone and wanted a companion, I'd create a being that could be swayed both ways. Thus, you could create a true companion without programming it that way, but who knows? I mean, that's a possibility too. I honestly believe that God is interested in us having free will. I genuinely believe that altruism is a real thing, that people can and do good for the sake of good, that self-sacrificial love is real. I do believe that people do things and are willing to suffer because they love truth and they love good. They love goodness. They would be willing to die if it means that goodness and truth are preserved. I don't think a lot of people live their life that way. I think the Bible is accurate that the mass majority of people do not live that way. And I would be a hypocritical liar to claim that I always live that way, because I don't. And I often need forgiveness from God real time for the things that I fail in. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's another reason why, like, you'll hear a lot of the common arguments against not just God, but the Christian God of the Bible, right? And they'll say something along the lines of like, oh, I'm just randomly ranting here, but they'll say something like, oh, there's too much pain and suffering in the world for me to believe that there's an all-loving God. Now, after everything I've said at this point, if people have been listening and interested, I'm sure they'd sort of realize that that's not exact. Like that's kind of a very simplistic notion to discount everything I've said based on that seems kind of silly. What's up, Trashhead? Please like the stream, subscribe if you haven't. I'm just randomly ranting about Christian things at this point. But anyways, it is an important question to ask though, because there's this interesting concept that human beings are the only things created that live below their station. And what I mean by that is like, you're never gonna see a beaver, like, you're never gonna see a beaver do something other than build a dam, right? As far as like what it works towards in its season. I ran out of ammo. Dude, he took a knee and it claimed that I died. That's fucking dumb. Anyways, running out of ammo, just randomly ranting. Dude, there is so much to know contained in there. But anyways, the human beings are the only things that live below their station. Like a beaver's gonna procreate, you know, aid its habitat, make a dam in a river, or whatever, right? That's what a beaver's gonna do. It's not gonna do something else. Same with like a cow. Same with a rock. Rock's not gonna do anything other than what it was designed to do. Now look at human beings and consider what God says He designed them to do. And we're the only things that have agency and capacity to live up to God's standards, and we choose not to. We're the only ones. Like a beaver could choose not to do what it does and just do something else. Even if it's just inaction, choose to not do that and not do anything, and it still doesn't. Humans have so many possibilities, and that's why it seems so lost. And I would honestly say that's why human beings need God as their filter. When they look at and that's what God does. That's what His Word does. When we look at the world through the filter of His Word, I mean, clarity is gained, right? And He makes people different and unique. Not everybody can do all things, nor should they try to. And that's part of God's intended creation, that we support and need each other. Paul is very specific about that. I think it's in the book of Romans, I could be wrong, but he's very specific about the fact that Jesus Christ is the head of the body, and the church, which never, here's another fun fact, there is never an instance in the Bible where the word church contextually and literally means a building. Never. It only ever means all believers worldwide is considered the church. What's up, Jason? Please like the stream, subscribe if you haven't. This is Doom the Dark Ages. But the church is the body, and Paul describes the body as being comprised of many different members with different functions. And he basically says, God intentionally made you guys very differently, because some of you are the eyes, some of you are the hands, some of you are the feet, and he even specifically says, some of you guys are quite literally the more private of areas that are essential to the body, yet honestly kept more private, protected, very sensitive, right? But yet integral, cannot be done away with. And so, you know, humanity may seem lost, but it's like he made people very different, not meant to do everything, and we are all meant to come together, seen as essential to the body, with Christ at the head, leading this body. That's the filter of his word, you know, that's the guiding force of this body that each individual is not the whole body, but we all come together with the head leading. What's up, Action Pack? Please like the stream. How you doing, dude? I know you're subscribed. Sorry I have not been reading every comment. I'm trying to, like, ramble for your guys' interest, entertainment, while also playing. It definitely is worth reading. I just don't like people who go up to random Christians and explain to them for hours why God doesn't exist and the vice versa. Yeah, no problem, Trashhead. This topic was brought up, so well, I would say we're discussing it, but obviously it's sort of like I'm the only one who can verbally speak, so you go insane simply because you can't comprehend how something that goes against the logic of everything you know can exist. The other thing, too, is, like, you look at other... And again, I'm just randomly talking. I'm just talking about random things because a lot of you guys seem interested in it right now. I know it's not something you guys would always be interested in. But a lot of people, too, will look at something like the Ten Commandments. And it's kind of like... I don't know how much you guys know about the Ten Commandments, but some interesting things about them is the Ten Commandments are definitely still very relevant today, but a good reason why the Ten Commandments are very good, like extremely good. So, like, here's an example. Thou shalt not commit murder. And so that's that's one of the Ten Commandments. Like I also said, Jesus said, if you hate your brother, you've committed murder in your heart. He elevated that standard. He made it even harder to follow. So it's not enough that you don't just literally end somebody's life intentionally, mind you, intentionally. But he took it a step further and said, if you hate somebody, you've committed murder in your heart. And you could ask the question, like, why is that? What are, like, did he do that arbitrarily? You know, obviously Jesus didn't do anything arbitrarily. You don't even have to be a Christian or believe Jesus was God to understand, like, Jesus probably didn't do things arbitrarily. So anyways, why would he say that? And it's like, well, I think a lot of people don't hate other people. Like, if somebody asks me, like, Chase, be honest, you hate at least one person, who is it? And to be honest with you, I don't think I hate anybody. I really don't. But if you did, right? If you did hate somebody, like, that means you have no love for them. At all. You understand that they're a human being like you. If you are a Christian, you understand that they were also made in God's image and have inherent value. And you hate them. You do not love them. You hate them. So what would that necessarily mean? It would probably mean that you're not too interested in seeing them saved. You're not too interested in them being healthy and well. It's like you may as well have them dead. They are dead to you, quote unquote, because you don't love them. You hate them. And the Bible says God is love, right? But anyways, so that's why it's equivocal with murder. But why should... And Jesus also said, I did not come to destroy the old law. I came to fulfill it. So Jesus did not show up to offer something that's never been... Jesus showed up, offered something that has never been offered before. Salvation from God's judgment that will send every person to hell. Undoubtedly. Make no mistake. Every human being... let me say this too. We do not want God to be fair. Like, Christians do not want God to be just and fair. Because if he was, all of us, especially Christians, let me make that super clear, and this is not confusing, deserve hell. Why especially Christians? Because we know the truth. And if we know the truth, we know how we've failed the truth. We know how we've offended God. And so we especially deserve hell. And so we don't want God to be fair, because if God was just and fair, that means we're going to hell. We want God to be merciful, right? That's what we really want, is for God to be merciful. It's what we want more than anything. And so when we see Jesus saying, I did not come to destroy the old law, I came to fulfill it. By Jesus fulfilling the 10 Commandments and living perfectly, because Jesus also said, if you even look at a woman lustfully, you've committed adultery in your heart. All right, fellas. Which one of us has not committed adultery? If that's Jesus' standard, if you even look at a woman lustfully, you've committed adultery in your heart. We're all guilty here. Appreciate that, trash head. Welcome to the channel. I mean, we've all done it. I would honestly admit to you guys, that's probably my biggest sin of all sins. I mean, I'm about as normal and worldly as it gets. I see hot woman. Damn. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to make light of sin, because the honest truth is that as I've progressed in life, and I believe this is true, it's my biggest sin, the one I struggle with the most, but I feel I've made progress. I really do feel like the more I've walked with God, while it's the one that's probably stuck around the longest and been the hardest for me to kick, I mean, I don't ever fully believe, because, and here's the other thing. The Christian who knows the truth also knows that by walking with God, there is not enough time in a human lifetime to ever not need God's salvation. That's the thing. It's like, am I ever going to get to a point where I know, like, a day goes by and I didn't sin? A whole 24-hour period goes by and I didn't commit some kind of sin. I was actually equal with Jesus for a day. Is that possible? I don't think so. It's like, well, how did Jesus do it? Well, Jesus was God. I don't think there's enough time period in a human lifespan for us to ever get there. And I think that's biblical to say. I think that is biblically accurate. And anyways, so when you're looking at the 10 Commandments, Jesus said, I didn't come to destroy the old law, I came to fulfill it. And in fact, he enhanced it. He made it even harder to follow those 10 Commandments. He really did. But then he went forward and lived the perfect life, and he died for us. And so I'm going to address the Abrahamic religions for you real quick, action-packed also. I say address it for you in the sense that I have something to add to that. But anyways, when you look at the 10 Commandments, you know that they're good, even at the elevated sense that Jesus rose it to, for the simple fact that you can say this. Any of the 10 Commandments, ask yourself not, do you break them, or would you break them against somebody else, or have you ever broken them against someone else? Ask yourself, would you like one of those ever to be broken against you? Would you like someone to murder you? Of course, some dumbass will be like, yeah, and just try to be funny, right? But would you like someone to do that to you? And the answer is no. Thou shalt not steal. Have you ever actually had like $100 and someone steal it from you? It's just gone forever. You're not getting it back. They got away with it. They stole from you. You're not getting it back. Like, how would... I've died in the same spot twice now. How would that... Because I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying close enough attention at this point. But we've also hit 3 hours, so, like, I really should be ending the stream here. But anyways, would you want any of this stuff committed against you? Like, thou shalt not commit adultery. Or as Jesus said, if someone looks at you with lust. Someone could be like, dude, I'm single as hell. I'm lonely as hell. Please, somebody look at me with lust, right? But it's like, really, though, like, what do we mean by lust? Truly, what do we mean by that? Like, they're looking at you not with relationship in mind. They're looking at you for self-gratification. The second you enter a relationship with them and start to... like maybe present problems. Like they're just looking at you for sexual gratification. That's what lust is. They're not interested in actually loving or caring about you at any point. So it's like, do you want that happening to you? No. Like, maybe if you're lustful, like, yeah, two lustful people just want to have bodily self-gratification. Yes, I want it. It's like, you may say that in a moment, but if you are truly without good, loving relationship, you don't have that, you want that more than you want lust. Like you do. If you have any wisdom or maturity to you, that's what you want more than lust. So do you want that committed against you? No. So when you look at the Ten Commandments, it's like you don't want any of those committed against you, therefore they're a good standard. But what's really important about the Ten Commandments also that a lot of people don't consider is that the Ten Commandments are so good, not because they're a burden to bear, where it's like, oh man, I gotta live to this standard, like I really gotta make sure I don't break these, this is like a heavy load that I have to carry to be watchful and never break 10 of these things that are very easy to break. How am I ever gonna do it? It's like they're a really good thing, something to really cherish and value, because they're an image of God. They're a standard of God because God will never do these things. God's not going to commit these things against you. That's why they're so good. They're something worth really valuing and looking at them and saying, like, Jesus did not do these things. Jesus fulfilled these laws. He didn't destroy the old law, he fulfilled it. He lived a life where he does not do these things. And that's why they're so good. They're actually something that provides hope. They're a very even if you're bad at keeping them, they're a hopeful thing. They're a very good thing. But one thing about the Abrahamic religions, being that they share, well, I won't get into that. I'll let Action Pact just describe what the Abrahamic religions are to you if you want. What I meant by address that is there's a lot of people who will contemplate, like, there's a lot of religions in the world, right? There's a lot of religions, and so a common gotcha point that a lot of atheists will default to is, you know, there's so many religions, so how do you know yours is the right one? Who's to say yours is the right one? And, like, as a Christian, you can kind of get into the weeds on, like, you know, again, like, Jesus is one of the most proven figures to exist. It's like, that's true. You know, you can get into secular events that are proven, like the crucifixion, and, you know, the Bible does describe historical events that are, you know, can be proven in secular writing and stuff like that. You can talk about all that stuff, but we're talking about religions, right? So there's going to be a matter of faith incorporated. We're not talking about, is atheism real? The question is if religion is humored, and if religion is real, why are there so many that contradict each other, and how do you know that yours is correct while all the others are false? And it's a really good question. It's one that should be asked. I think the Christian should ask that question, right? And I think they should confidently have an answer to it as well. And so what I would say to the person who asked that question is, how is Christianity? So you could say, like, if all the other religions contradict each other, you could confidently say that they're all different from one another. And I would honestly say that all religions are different from each other superficially, but they're very common to each other foundationally. And Christianity alone is different from all other religions foundationally. And so I'll say that one more time, just in case that wasn't super clear. All religions are not different from each other in foundational ways. All religions are different from each other very superficially, but they're very similar foundationally. Christianity, though, is different from all other religions foundationally. And so I'll explain how that's the case. Every religion that I know about is a moralizing religion, meaning that they tell you what is right, what is wrong, they tell you how to live right, they tell you not to live wrong, and then here's where it's moralizing. Because you can say Christianity does all that. What are you talking about, Chase? Here's where they get it wrong. And here's how every other religion is similar. They're moralizing in that they tell you, now that you know what is right and what is wrong, and we're telling you how to live right and how not to live wrong, now do it. Your salvation depends upon it. You must balance the scales to a degree, if you will. You must, or not balance, outweigh in good. Your good deeds, your living right, if you will, must outweigh your living wrong. Otherwise, you will not attain heaven, nirvana, whatever it is. You won't get it. So you must do this. Christianity alone says, is not a moralizing religion. You'd be like, Christianity does tell you what's right and wrong. It does tell you to live good and not live bad. And yes, of course it does. Because there's a love for the truth, and there's a love for goodness, to do good for the sake of good. But it tells you you cannot do enough good in order to attain heaven. It's not possible. And the more you try to do it, remember what we were talking about earlier? Imagine the person who says, yeah, but I'm going to still try per the Bible to live as good as humanly possible so that I can what? Go to Jesus on the final day and say, I exorcised demons in your name. I gave to the poor in your name. I did all these good things in your name. And again, Jesus is going to say, begone, I never knew you. I didn't know you because I never wanted you to outweigh your bad deeds with good deeds, because you cannot do it. God knows you too well. He knows his creation. He knows every individual, especially the Christians, who do know the truth. Because they know the truth, they are the biggest hypocrites of all. If they try to claim that they are more good than bad, if they try to claim that, that's what makes a Christian a hypocrite. So we know for a fact that Christianity alone is different foundationally in that it says you cannot earn heaven. You cannot outweigh your good deeds with bad deeds. So stop trying to. And instead, if you're going to do what is good, do it because you love the truth. Do it because you love what is good. And if you learn about God, read about God, walk with God, and begin to understand God more, you will begin to see this is what truth is. This is what goodness is. This is what self-sacrificial love is. And I want that. I want that for my life. I'm tired of living so selfishly. I'm tired of living just for myself. Where has it gotten me? It's gotten me loneliness. It's gotten me dissatisfaction. It's shown me how insatiable my appetite is. No matter how much I gain, I just want more. The second I have more than I've ever had in life, the question is what's next? When more? What more can I have? And it's always fleeting. Jesus said, "For you, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God." That's what he says. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of God. Go ahead and gain everything you can from this world. As much bread, every car, all the money, all of the esteem. Gain everything the world has to offer, and you will be left dissatisfied. You will be left with next to nothing. But the second you start living life for God, you start valuing what God values, you start loving what God says is beautiful, you start doing all that, all of a sudden you're going to start realizing, like, life is worth living. Life is phenomenal. Life is a mystery, and it's awe-inspiring, and like, I've been missing all of this. I live with purpose finally. You know what I mean? I finally know what to do. And I think, and again, you're always going to have the person that when you're telling this to them, they'll just disagree with you. No, I know what life's about. No, why, you make your own meaning in life. No, I do all this. It's like, you know what, man? Good luck. I think I know what I'm saying is true, and you think I'm wrong. So go ahead. Go ahead and live the life. And if you're right and I'm wrong about God, then it worked out for you. That's I was wrong and it worked out for you. And if that ends up being the case, then that's good. But I would bet, well, I'm gonna die in the same spot again, aren't I? I would bet money. I should just run away. I would bet money that's just not, and it's unfortunately so. I would bet money that's not the case. That's not how it's gonna play out. And I feel bad for not pity. I mean it in a loving way. I feel bad that, wow. I'm talking about feeling bad for someone. That was the most pitiable thing anyone could have ever seen. I feel bad for people who are going to boldly go off and try to live a life without God, and no matter how many seasons in life that they feel like they're full of purpose and they don't need God, and they're just not thinking about God, and they're happy. I mean that. They're happy. They're going to have those seasons in life, and I would honestly say that they're not wrong in that happiness, in the sense that they're not really happy and just don't realize it. I think they are. But God also makes it abundantly clear in life that everybody is sinful, that God allows it to rain on the just and the unjust alike, right? And God is fair in that. God is, you should want God to be your judge, because even when you are very sinful, He still blesses you. And again, the Bible is very clear about that. God loves all of His creation, even when it is rebellious. God is faithful even when we are not faithful. That's just who God is. But He will eventually judge, right? And so of course, people who do not follow God are going to have seasons of blessings, because you are still God's child and He loves you. But I think the last thing I'll say before I really stop and read final messages from chat, because I'm just dying a lot now at this point, read final messages from chat and end the stream here, because we're past 3 hours. The last thing I'll say is this, is that, if somebody, let's say that somebody kidnaps you, and they stuff you in their basement. You can't leave their house. Or, you know what? They don't stuff you in their basement, okay? But they kidnap you, and you're in their house, and they've locked the doors and windows as such that you can't leave. There's not a way out, right? And as you can't leave, and you don't know this person, let me remind you, you don't know this person. And they say, I love you, and we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. In fact, we're going to spend eternity together. How would you feel about that? You would immediately be like, I don't want to be here. I'm not going to love you, because your first action was to take me and keep me and not give me a choice. You robbed me of that decision and free will. From that action on the timeline, reject you. I'm not going to love you, right? Sounds like what some of my ex would do. So, by that, because it's not love. That is not a loving action to do. That is not love, right? And so I would encourage you to understand that that's why also hell exists. Hell exists for two reasons. Hell, as biblically described, is your very first and eternal, true separation from God. You no longer experience... you gotta remember, God presupposes everything. He made everything. There's a direct verse in the Bible that says, I made good and I made evil. I am the Lord. So make no mistake about that. God says he made evil too. I made good and I made evil. I am the Lord. Now, God also made everything, and he made you within it, right? You have never in your life experienced true separation from God. Every good thing you've ever experienced in life is from God. He made everything. Hell exists, and you'd be like, well, hell's torture and torment. Well, Jesus describes it as weeping and gnashing of teeth. Imagine a relationship you've had that has crumbled, and it was truly an important one, and you just want to grit your teeth as tears involuntarily fall. When you one day see God and truly meet him and know the truth, and it says God is love, you will experience love itself in its purest form, and you will officially be separated forever, for eternity. There will be a weeping and a gnashing of teeth. But you will also be paid the wage for sin. It's just torture, it's cruel, it's sadistic. No. You've been told the truth. You're living below your station. You are sinning. No matter if you want to be a vehement atheist to the bitter end and think I'm just being an asshole right now. We all know morality is real. We all know that we've done some evil stuff. Who are we that we're so important we're going to get away with it? We all know miracles exist. The universe can't just have come from nothing, and the evidence shows the universe has a beginning, right? It's more probable that an outside force initiated the universe than it is not. That's less of a miracle to believe in than it just came from nothing, and then that explosion of stuff created sentience that has morality. And before someone's like, actually morality truly doesn't exist, it's like, then quit living like it does, because your behaviors betray you. You know what I mean? You're not going to walk in your living room, slam your shin on the ottoman, experience that, and then just keep doing that every day. You're going to believe it's there. You're going to act like it exists and that it's there. And your future behaviors are going to move you around it because you believe it's true. It's like it's time for us to start self-examining what we truly believe. And when you realize that miracles do exist, they're very rational and real, and start moving as if God is real, because I know I believe God's real. I know what my relationship to the ottoman is, and I move around it. So I know my relationship to God, and I'm going to move as such, right? It's just one of those things where it's like this life is as close to heaven as an atheist is ever going to get. And this life is as close to hell as a Christian's ever going to get. So it's very important that we have these conversations and do a lot of self-examination. What's up, Tyler? Please like the stream. I've been ranting about this forever at this point. I'm about to end the stream though, Tyler. But there's just there's a lot that I hope that I've said that's very encouraging to you guys. I hope I gave you a more on-the-nose perspective on the Bible, why it is wildly significant and important to consider, I mean, personally, but also theologically, even if you're an atheist, philosophically, and I would hope that in all of that I've spoke about here, that it's not just garnered interest from you, that it's something that is interesting, but beyond that, it's something that's very hopeful. You know what I mean? Because after everything I've said, if you guys have made zero movement toward God after listening to what I've had to say, at the very least, you now understand Christianity more to a point that you could be like the thief on the cross. So before I end this stream, I'll say it's important to remember that there was a thief on the cross who looked at Christ and literally said, as he was about to die, he said, when you enter your kingdom, could you even remember me? Could you remember somebody like me? And Jesus looked at him and said, truly, truly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. The guy didn't earn it. He can't earn it. All he did was he was able to look at Jesus Christ and he said, I know who you are. And I see what you're accomplishing right now. I understand why you're here. I know what you're doing. And you're my only hope. And Jesus said, that's it. You've got it. That's the gospel. That's God. That's how you get to heaven. Truth, love, understanding. Who is God? Who am I in relation to God? What does he want? This is the path he's established. And you can read it all the way in Genesis when Adam and Eve are getting kicked out of the garden. They're not literally kicked out yet. They're still in the garden. God says, woman will bear a son, and the serpent will strike his heel, and that son will crush its head. And obviously that's Satan. He foretold to Jesus before they even walked out. God said, I'm banishing you in sin, and you will now experience, humankind will now experience punishment until the final day. This life is punishment now. You will experience punishment till the final day. But before you go and experience even a single day of it, I already know how I'm going to reconcile you. I've already got a plan so that you don't need to be paid the wage of hell for sin. I'm already going to do it. So hopefully you guys have a lot of hope. If you're kind of like, man, I heard everything Chase said, and in all honesty, I just sort of like feel fucked. It's like that should not be the takeaway. Because there is hope. And it's only specifically, literally, found in God's Word. So, that's what I'll say. You guys said a lot that I did not read aloud like I always do and try to do, and I apologize for that. But a lot of you stuck around and hopefully found it interesting. So, yeah. When will I be streaming next? What's today? I don't even know what today is.
Thursday.
It's technically Friday. I will be streaming Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights. Thank you to everyone who listened. Again, big apologies for two things. Not reading a lot of chat for a long time at the end, as I normally do, so I apologize for that. The second thing I apologize for is I clearly just died a lot at the end of the stream. Didn't make it very far, but we did make it to Chapter 4 on Permadeath. When I wasn't ranting and raving, we made it to Chapter 4 on Ultra Nightmare, so hopefully that made you guys a little proud. So, thank you again. Talk to you guys next time, hopefully Monday. This was great. Cheers. I actually, walking through the forest here in New Zealand, was listening to you talk. Cool, man. I'm glad you're subscribed now, Lemonade. Skamos is falling asleep. He's the one who started me ranting on this. And I bored him to sleep. See you, Clown. See you, Corgi. See you, 1987. Tyler, if you're still here. See you, man. Action-packed if you're still here. Trashhead, I don't know if you guys are. Anyone who's here was chatting. Sanic, man, this was truly for you. Jason, I don't know if you're still here or not. Marcus, of course, I appreciate you being here. That was nice listening to you while I dived into hell. Hell yeah. Nah, man, you're why I'm still awake. Alright, man. Well, I will talk to you guys another time. Bye-bye.